Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome back again to Slime Light Novels.
Shaky cam is shaky.
Shaky cam is shaky. Yes, indeed. Welcome back.
I'm not even seeing it shake.
As you can see, shake it off.
Oh, there
Shake it off. As you guys can see from the, as you guys can see from the, as you guys can see from the intro screen, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We have wonderful news. Slime 9 will be up and live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
So, yeah. The turnaround time has been insane on Slime. Like, this, late this morning is around the time we heard back that the claim had gone through. And so we were like, yay. And then, like, about 20 minutes, it was 40 minutes ago. 40 minutes ago, we were like, oh, the video's back. Neat. we're like, yeah, we're not posting it right now. Like, way too late. We're not posting it right now. We'll save it for tomorrow. We'll do it during the best time to post it. So we're going to post it tomorrow. So glad. So for those who got to see it early, please come back and rewatch it. Please come back and rewatch it. And for everybody
have that
that's
shit
like
on repeat.
yeah, and for everybody that's like, oh, it's not getting a lot of views. Calm
Put
down.
it on in the background.
First
somewhere.
off, calm
Do it
down.
at least 10 times.
Here's something you need to know about YouTube. They do not they throttle the amount of views that are publicly available in the first 24 hours. After the first 24 hours, you'll see. What we see privately, though, that's the real numbers. What we see privately. But
okay.
But what you see publicly, not the same. So, yeah, that's purposefully throttled. But that's really good news. We're really, really happy that Slime's out. And also, the amount of views, yes, that does kind of help. And we do want to help feed the algorithm. It's going to be nice to have shorts coming out for Slime 9 and getting people out. I've already stated I want the first short out of the gate to be the one that broke Lady Chan and made her lose her voice. Nothing funnier than...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing funnier than a little bit of Kenya. Nothing. Just a little bit of... just a little bit of...
What?
I'm so glad we don't have Lady here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might need her vocal cords later, and we already had to deal with them being shot once already. Possibly twice now, pending. I don't know what's happening with her vocal cords today after that, so.
I don't know.
At least she has a good hearty laugh. That's good.
She does. She has a very good hearty laugh.
I wish I could laugh like something like that hard.
However, I do want to remind everybody, if you're a fat dog and you're listening to this, please audition for Konosuba. I've received 3 auditions so far. You still got plenty of time. The deadline is the 6th, but I need more auditions. Please send your auditions.
I need them by the 3rd for my thing.
Yeah, so please send more auditions. Moon, send me auditions. You can voice more than one guy.
I actually put in an audition for the one particular
Or girl, maybe.
What?
You can voice more than one guy.
The problem is there's only one
girl.
guy on the list.
There's 2.
No.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Are you talking about my thing or his thing?
For
I'm
Konosuba?
talking about his-
Konosuba.
Okay, I'm talking about.
There's
2.
more than one guy on the list.
Yeah.
There's more than one guy.
There's only one guy for
your
my thing right
I
now.
do, but also putting in at least one for yours as well.
Thank you.
I've got more than one guy on mine. Yeah. I definitely need more girls. I definitely need more girls
Girls.
on mine. Girls.
Unless you don't mind someone voicing a girl
Yeah.
who is a mang.
The funniest thing.
I don't know
would be-
how.
I'm trying to think
That would
who.
make a great darkness.
No, I really want Shim to voice Darkness now. That'd be hilarious.
Oh,
You do
God.
an April Fool's
I could
version
try.
with him as Darkness.
Yeah,
could try.
yeah.
It'd be
I want the
really,
alternate
really
version.
weird.
April Fool's 2025. We do a version where Shim is Darkness. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could try.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. We already did April 1st, 2024.
Yeah. It's
I'll
already
take any
happened.
blow you give me. Just make it hurt.
By the way, guys, I can't wait. I wish they'd released it like a day earlier, but Damn it, I cannot wait to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine trailer that dropped today.
I know.
On Anime Church.
I forgot.
It's so good. It was so
Technically
funny.
an anime. Yeah.
Technically, I mean,
Sorry.
it is
Watched it
Deadpool.
earlier today.
It is Deadpool. It's so good.
Technically.
All right. Guys, that having been said, it is that time. And we only spent 5 minutes on this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
So-
Rima has a good question.
Really?
How much to make Shem cosplay Darkness?
Cosplay?
Yeah.
Well,
a good chunk.
Okay, we'll look into
I will
that.
try.
We will look into that because
We'll look into that.
We will look into that because
Oh,
first off,
oh
we have to
dear.
find out how much the cosplay costs. Then we have
Yeah,
to
you have to
triple
buy
that.
the actual cosplay.
How much the cosplay costs? Then we have to triple that.
It's
I
gonna-
need.
It's gonna be a
I have to
fortune
take
on
Or
out.
plants
how to
alone.
craft.
We have to triple
crafting might be
that.
better.
We have to triple that. Then we have to take out. I have to take out 10% for my manager fee, and then 5% for my fat dog fee.
Okay, so we're looking at about $600 to $700.
And then
$2.
everybody else, and then so it's
Don't,
100.
don't whore yourself
So
out
it's
like that.
so it's $150 for the cosplay. So it's $300.
131 before boots. You add the boots, which are about another 30. That's 161.
Yeah, but we don't want
Plus any
shit quality.
adjustments,
We
which is
need
an
good
additional
quality.
30.
We need good quality.
We're looking at about
Darkness
200
cosplay.
for the cosplay.
Oh, dear.
For tripling that, that's 600. Add Richie's 10% fee, that's 660.
Yeah.
How many hours
Shipping,
is he
that's
gonna have to
another
work for?
100. So
100
we're looking at
billion.
about
Yeah.
around 800 total.
800 total.
800,000.
800.
Shem, how much
800
do you
total.
want to wear for how many hours? Like, how much do you want per hour?
Eight-
How many
$800.
hours?
$800 to make Shem dress in a Darkness cosplay.
Be an interesting way to get
Well,
to
what
it.
con
but-
would he go to for that?
I mean,
What
well, he
con
doesn't have
would I don't know,
con.
dude.
No, he has to.
I'm
he
not
has-
going to
no,
a con.
A
then.
con.
Oh, just for
It's
just
itchy.
for
No,
like
no,
this?
just for one of these.
Huh.
And the funny thing is, he
Okay.
Yeah.
he literally makes $300 profit right there. Like if his parents ask, he's like, I got paid like $300 to do this.
It'll be
Revan.
fine. It's not like
And
I
I
have to
think
bear.
you're
right.
Oh,
It's
wait
For
a minute.
joke. Don't worry. There's
Wait a
nothing
minute.
wrong with
You
it.
have
Don't
to
worry.
pad
Nothing
the
weird
bra.
going on.
Revan,
Wait a minute.
Just
Revan just said, just make it an even 1,000.
just make it an even thousand.
1,000.
All right,
Done.
deal,
Sure.
deal, done.
What are the most spherical objects in this room? I can't
With
believe
the
you
most
know.
sphere, we'll get you some oranges.
Get some water balloons.
Just get you some
Orange
oranges,
water
man.
balloons.
Oh,
Orange- I
no,
do have a lot of
no,
oranges in the
Aqua,
house.
We need melons.
Look at what pomelos, man.
Yeah, you just
Like,
fill 'em
big
up
old
enough.
pomelos.
Well,
Yeah.
it helps make it look more natural, right?
Grapefruits.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pomelo, big grapefruit cousin.
Big grapefruit.
They're pretty big. So
All right. So now that we've sufficiently been kicked off track yet again, but we've still made it
And
under 10
demonetized.
minutes. Yeah, very, very demonetized. Guys,
Yeah.
don't forget, please clip these, especially these moments where we're talking about Shem dressing as Darkness for some reason. Like that.
For some reason.
For some reason. No idea why.
Yeah.
These are clippable moments. I need you to clip multiple times. Don't just clip one or two moments. There's plenty of funny moments, and it doesn't have to just be funny moments. If somebody does a really, really good job as a character, or they flub up a word, I will do that. Many of us will flub up words. Or Palpy from the Valley returns. Those are always clippable
How
moments
much-
with Palpy from the Valley. My lord.
$400. Palpy from the Valley will somehow return.
My lord.
Stormtrooper.
My lord.
Stormtrooper.
Go fuck yourself.
My lord.
Go fuck yourself.
So, like
Oh, the moon one specific. For
three.
some
No.
reason.
Palpy from the Valley is cheap. $300. We'll do like a full Palpy cosplay, and he's gonna be
Hell
having like
yeah.
the most frou coffee drink. It's
Oh, it's got, like, sequins on the
like,
mug
No,
and- yeah.
literally, we just get the most sparkly sunshine, like Starbucks like coffee looking.
You need, like, the
we
pink
can
drink.
find. Yeah.
Strawberry
we just get one
acai
of those.
dragon
We
fruit
just get one of
juice.
those while he's in like but like part of that money goes to like getting him a proper Palpatine
That sounds
robe.
Palpatine outfit, yeah.
Get him a
Because I have
Palpatine
I
robe.
have the Jedi robes.
But we
I
need you.
need the
We
actual.
need you in the Palpy robe, but you're still Palpy
I
from the
need the
valley.
black one, yeah.
We got
Falco
Palpy from the
Falco.
valley, but we need you to have like pink star sunglasses and carry like
No.
this
I'm
little
on
frou-frou
vacation
coffee.
here.
Yeah, you're on vacation. Like we'll go.
You need like a tropical shirt
You know what
over
would
the
be
robe.
I have to do one of these from a
Be
hotel
funny.
room. Like, I'm on vacation. What do you want?
The best
Oh,
part
we're doing
is
the light novelry? All right.
the best
fine.
part is I want to do that for Mashoku Tensei. I really want to do that for a Mashoku Tensei. So.
Execute.
That's
Oh,
order
yeah,
like
put
420.
it back.
All right. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Don't think we won't. All right. So now that we've talked about clipping, once again, guys, if you would like to read along with us, especially digitally, the ways that you can do that, of course, are Kindle or over on Bookwalker. And again, guys, if you make a purchase or you write a review for any of the series that we're working on or reading, of course, we're not a replacement for any of these series. So if you're checking those series out, please leave a review and let them know we sent you. It really does help us out in getting a potential sponsorship. I remembered this time, Fenris. I
I got the link in.
Please make sure to hit up that link, leave a review, let them know that we over at Fat Dog sent you. That will help us in potentially getting a review. Now, I just need somebody to remind me tomorrow to go ahead and make sure to add all the necessary information to the Fat Dog Light Novels channel, to update the Fat Dog Light Novels channel with all the stuff that we've got here, all the content we've got here. Make sure that's been added. Good times, everybody. I need to give the Fat Dog Light Novel channel over to somebody and let them just go and work on that, because I'm not good at remembering that stuff until I get my ADHD meds, which I don't have. I'm bad at these things. Oh yeah, I haven't had ADHD meds since I was 12, bro. Like, yeah. And I refuse to take Adderall.
Internet, I would offer.
I refuse to take Adderall ever again. Oh no, it's not the exporting from Twitch to YouTube thing. That gets done no problem. It's the logging into Fat Dog Light Novels, changing all the text and stuff in the description, all that stuff, updating it, making sure that all that stuff has been updated, making sure that the titles of the actual episodes are put in the description, and that the actual title of the video is, yada, 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 whatever book to whatever chapter, part 1, part 2, blah, 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 so that people have the proper reading order of what's going on and can follow along. And then change from public to private with the tags, and that we go into the editor and cut out the intro. And then if you want to be really, really thorough, go to the part where the actual reading starts and time code that in the description. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got time for that.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. I am running like so many different projects. I don't have time to do all that stuff. So I was waiting for people to like do that in the description. If they did that in the description, I just copy paste it in there and we'd be good. But, it is what it is.
We're not Bethesda. We don't rely on our viewers and community to do our job for us.
I do. I do. Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, please open your holy books of Remerism to page 84 of the physical volume, and some random abstract percentage or number, whatever, for Kendall. What is it, Deacon Shem?
1305, 30% of the way into the book, my lord.
And for Bookwalker,
Not sponsored
We
yet.
are looking at page 103.
we'd like to be sponsored, though. All right.
Give it time.
So, once again, welcome to Lord Remu's Emporium of wacky, waving, inflatable, arm flailing tube slimes.
Ow.
There we go.
Yes.
Did anybody pop a shoulder or an elbow? Anybody okay?
Oh, I smacked my hand
there
on
was one
my
time-
ceiling.
Oh yeah, it is like right there.
It's
Meanwhile,
angled
it's like another
upwards.
person height for me.
Oh.
Shem, I'm
Looks
gonna go have a
taller.
drink of water, possibly pineapple juice.
Booze.
Go ahead and take. No, I don't have the money for that.
That's fair.
Take it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dino was finally ready to get serious. Having this much trouble against an eminently beatable opponent annoyed him greatly, but that was coming to a rapid end. Think you have time to look away. Beretta's sharp fist brushed past his cheek. Acting so distracted around us. I truly am offended, you know. Apito's Osiris rapiers rained down. Dino doggedly avoided them. One hit was sure to hurt. I kind of assumed that I way outclassed these guys, but maybe that was just my ego talking. It's 2-on-1, but still, I didn't expect to struggle this badly. Dino was losing confidence. Maybe all that lazing around had weakened him? The silly thought showed that his heart still wasn't really in this, perhaps, but he didn't care. All her training with Hinata gave Apito incredible intuition, something dangerously close to clairvoyance. Dino was clearly the superior fighter, but even he couldn't let his guard down around her. Beretta was now serving as a tank, with Apito attacking from the rear, although Beretta put up some offense as well. Their twin barrage had what it took to reach Dino. Even worse was Beretta's magic. Very little magic worked on Dino, but Beretta's mainly involved support spells that boosted his own specs. Dino could shoot down magic attacks that weakened him, but if the spells boosted Beretta's and Apito's speed, strength, or endurance, he had no way to intervene. He could try interrupting the spellcasting process, but Beretta was a magically gifted demon who could fire off spells before Dino could react. Even worse, the sleep function of Sloth wasn't working on Beretta. That's why he was having so much trouble in this fight. But at long last, everything within him was fully built up. It was time to strike back. Shut up! Quit acting— oh, hold on. Shut up. Quit acting so superior even though it takes two of you to bully me like this. I'm only putting up with you because I'm so patient, okay? You ought to be thankful. Here, eat this and take a nap for me. By the time he finished speaking, Fallen Hypno was already underway. As underhanded as Dino was, this was about as unsportsmanlike as you could get. Whew. Finally over. Watching Apito collapse, Dino was assured of his victory. Just in case, though, he took a shot a look at Beretta and hurriedly dodged his advancing fist. Whoa! Did you resist my sleep? Of course. Falling for it once was enough of a blunder. I could hardly let myself fall asleep again. Beretta could come up with countermeasures because he was a demon, a creature with built-in resistance to status effects. With his unique skill reverser, he could rework sleepiness to its natural opposite. No way. Now, I know it doesn't make Apito look very good, but let's have her die and get revived for us. Beretta stood boldly in front of Dino. Seeing him find a guaranteed way to victory and stick to it so doggedly almost impressed the Demon Lord more than it exasperated him. I can't believe he's kept it so even against someone like me. It's not that I am underperforming, it's that Beretta and Apito really are that good. Guess it means I'm gonna have to use that now. Dino had the perfect way to end this. He preferred not to resort to it, since it brought up some annoying memories, but now was no time for complaints. Alright, I admit it. You're good. In fact, you should be proud that you made me take this seriously. The moment he shouted it, he unlocked the ability stored within him, the ultimate power granted him by Valdanava, the ultimate skill, Astarte, Lord of High Heaven. I don't think that's... I don't know who this is, but...
That'd be Richie who usually does that.
Yeah, but interesting. Confirmed. Using the creation ability of the ultimate skill Astarte to evolve the unique skill Sloth. Successful. Dino's Sloth skill had the unique trait of building up its force the less its owner physically moved around. It could hold a store of energy for later use, and that's what Dino now used to evolve Sloth into the new ultimate skill Belphegor, Lord of Sloth. That was his last option, evolution, a subset of the ultimate skill Astarte. With Astarte in hand, he could evolve his skills, but not anyone else's, to have whatever effect he desired. That wasn't all there was to it, of course, but either way, Dino wanted to keep Astarte hidden as much as he could. There were eyes everywhere within the labyrinth, with all kinds of data being constantly recorded. As a monitor himself, he had a natural inclination to not fully reveal himself. Besides, I know Rimuru. He's crafty, constantly working on a vast scale with deep insight. When he killed off Clayman, he even presented that screen with his evidence on it. If he sees my power, I'm sure he'll try to take measures against it. The Demon Lord Rimuru was underestimated at one's peril. There was no such thing as being too careful, a credo that had baked itself deep into Dino's bones. So Dino created Belphegor, a power he didn't mind showing around. It was aimed straight for Beretta. Go to sleep! Fallen catastrophe! The laws of nature were rewritten, its positive elements being reversed and turned negative. The temptation they created lured everything, living and dead, into ceasing all activity and going to stasis. But it wasn't a force effect. It was up to the targets to take the lure and walk down the path to destruction themselves. That made it a type of hypnosis, albeit one that worked on a whole other dimension. There was no waking up from a Belphegor-driven sleep, for it destroyed both your spirit and your physical body. Of course, while the destination of this lure was doom. Dino could turn the intensity down and put the target into a more traditional hypnotic state. It was a really versatile skill that way, and it didn't use sound to transmit itself, so it couldn't be blocked by a barrier of any sort. It was impervious to many defenses, one of its strongest points. In fact, Belphegor helped rule over all intelligent feeling things. Dino felt a little proud of himself. This was truly a fearsome ultimate sort of evolution, a perfect symbol of sloth, one of the 7 deadly sins. He attempted to systematically destroy Beretta, preventing him from making any moves for a while. Destruction was his aim with this invocation, but the results were even more powerful than expected. Beretta had disappeared into a cloud of dust, so it'd undoubtedly be a while before he could resurrect himself. The bracelet went missing along with him, but that didn't bother Dino. Ramirez could probably make up for that. Besides, if he let up at all, he might have failed to complete his duty. So he didn't feel much responsibility for Beretta's fate. Don't hate me for that, Beretta. But, man, even Beretta's maybe just mid-tier compared to the guys working directly under Rimuru, huh? Dino had a right to complain, perhaps. Someone as tricky as Beretta was on a decidedly lower echelon, not even possessing an ultimate skill. He wasn't even a demon lord, in fact, just an underling. The thought made Dino shiver a bit. What if one of the top-tier guys was still alive? Would he be able to win against whoever it was? His troubled eyes turned towards Ramirez, making sure she was still fast asleep. Then he touched her. Or he thought he did. Then Ramirez turned into a swarm of light, taking the form of a butterfly and fluttering its way around Dino, almost like it was snickering at him. Whoa! Was that just a mirage? He couldn't believe it, but he didn't want to either. But there was no explaining this otherwise. This battle really was being monitored. I'm glad I thought enough ahead to be careful. But still, even so, he had revealed one of his most powerful moves to the enemy, and what's more, his next opponent was bound to be even worse. The sound of lumbering footsteps echoed across the chamber. The beautiful butterfly of light flew towards the composed figure walking in, touching his arm. Then it became a smudge of light once more, and transformed again. Now as the innocently sleeping Ramirez, looking blissfully unaware of anything. She was atop the forearm of this figure, and Beretta, who had revived in the meantime, respectfully took possession of her. Sir Beretta, the figure quietly said, please watch Lady Ramirez for me. By all means, do you need backup? Not at all. I can handle this myself. Ramirez had perfect coverage from the start. In the bottommost part of the safest place she could be, a certain person had laid several layers of traps, ordering the team to fight the advancing enemy in small bursts so their abilities could be laid bare. Most of all, however, this labyrinth had the world's strongest guardian inside. Before Valdora departed, he left Ramirez's protection to the man he saw as his top apprentice. Only Ramirez was unaware of all this. And now this figure went on the move. This man, standing before Dino, was Zegion, the Mist Lord and the undisputed champion of this labyrinth. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Zegion had entered a cocoon. That's amazing. Zegion had entered a cocoon in order to strengthen his abilities, but he'd remained conscious the whole time, answering Valdora's call. He had a firm grasp of everything going on within the labyrinth, using his overwhelming absolute defense to guarantee Ramirez's safety, and now Dino realized it. I really wish people would stop joking with me. That was exactly how he felt. He thought he was victorious, and here came this brand new enemy, and apparently the point behind all this was to make him show off his skill set. I knew it. Rimuru's so damn treacherous that way. He was bound to try something like this. It's true. He wanted to show him off. His mission was clearly a failure. He's like, fuck! He had failed to score Ramirez, and now his own escape was looking questionable. I mean, when did they get Ramirez out of here anyway? I was in this room the whole time, and I saw her talking to me. Was she long gone by the time she turned into that butterfly? If it wasn't that, Zegion must have gotten Ramirez out of there in a way Dino couldn't pick up on. But then, have I been talking to an illusion this entire time? That too was a problem. Dino possessed an ultimate skill and a brilliant talent for hypnosis, and yet he'd fallen for some magic illusion? That was unthinkable, but he couldn't call it impossible. If Zegion had an ultimate skill geared towards mentally oriented attacks, perhaps he could conjure something that even Dino would be fooled by. And he knew just how strong Zegion was. He was a humanoid magic-born, a powerful insectoid type and potential Demon Lord seed. Thanks to the favor of the Demon Lord Rimuru, he had gained near impossible levels of fighting force. With Veldora as his master, his fighting level might even surpass the primal demons. This made him the undisputed master of the labyrinth. When the Empire invaded this realm, his overwhelming strength had driven them all away. a feat Dino was around to witness. In his eyes, Zegian was all but unbeatable in hand-to-hand combat, but physical attacks were all he had to show off. He had never tried any kind of spirit-based strike, and it seemed to Dino that he lacked even a unique skill, much less an ultimate. I mean, his distortion field was impressive enough to reach the ultimate realm, maybe, but that was still a physical ability. To Dino, more gifted in mentally driven strikes, it felt manageable. The only explanation for this was that celebration the other day. Rimuru infused some sort of people into Zegian, then, in the name of providing a reward, he was awakening his servants and calling it an evolution ceremony or the like. Some of them, like Gabiru, really did gain a bunch of power, while with others going into an evolutionary sleep. It was all eerily reminiscent of a harvest festival, and if Zegian emerged from it with a new skill or two, it certainly made sense. But isn't this weird? How can those serving Rimuru reach the same levels that he has? I get it if an awakened demon lord's underlings reach seed proportions themselves, but if they're all just as powerful as awakened demon lords, that's just cheating way too much. Dino, with all the years he had lived, could have never predicted this. Not even Guy could even pull off something like that. Well, I could go on and on about him. The moment he made a primal serve him, I knew he was crazy right then. Nothing's off the table with him. Internally, Dino ranted against Rimuru for a few more moments. Those 3 girls, the most powerful of living demons, probably could have stopped him in his tracks, regardless of what their EP stats were. It didn't really matter if they were primals, and Rimuru had recruited them like he was running a bowling team. It was just... It's true, though. The best bowling team in the league, baby. Yeah.
Let's go, baby!
I feel like Gopta would have his big round head would be perfect for a bowling ball. And then who are the pins? I don't know who the pins would be.
Well, let's face it, Gopta would enjoy that.
Gonzo would be the pins.
He probably would.
Yeah.
It's like Patrick, like.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it was just gonna be a bunch of little Soe clones.
Gopta, are you okay?
Yeah. He's just naming them
Finland
endlessly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of here, Empire!
Right.
I must say, I very much appreciated that line. I won't say where from, but for those who know, you know.
Those poor pins, they'd be disintegrated from Shion's first ball.
I know.
Good one. Good one.
It was just good one, yeah.
Good one.
It was just weird, and he wanted to be involved with him as little as he could. And now Zegian. Hamburger, yeah. Omelette du fromage. Yeah. And now Zegian. Oh, Moon, say it again.
Omelette du fromage.
Good. Very good. And now Zegian. Brushing that to the side and just putting it here. Don't worry about it.
And now Zegian.
Yeah, and now Zegian, standing before him, was every bit of Primal's equal. Clearly, something strange was up. It wasn't just that he was million class. His sheer aura hummed with endless force. His ability defied all numbers. It was the atmosphere that only someone who obtained ultimate power could exude. It suggested that he, too, gained an ultimate skill, just as Dino had. This is exactly why I hate working so much. He wailed inside at the bad hand he'd been dealt. And then he sighed, a clear tinge of resignation to it, as he groped around for a potential best solution, but no good ideas came to him that easily, and then time stopped waiting for him. As Dino spent a short while pondering, the unaffected Zegian strode forward. Did you have any last words? Zegian asked. You were hiding here, watching until I revealed my secrets, huh? Come the hell on, man, that's dirty. Ignoring his own dirty deeds for the moment, Dino vented his frustration to start with. It was a little more than lashing out, but if it riled his opponents at all, that'd be to his benefit. Huh. It's called war. Zegian was, of course, undeterred. I know, Dino countered, but that was the end of the exchange. Tension coursed between them. Dino knew how strong Zegian was, a fact he could call an advantage, but Zegian now knew the full extent of his own skills. A frontal assault was the only option, but close-range combat was Zegian's specialty, and although it wasn't confirmed yet, he likely possessed an ultimate skill too. Dino, meanwhile, was more than spirit attacks. Unless he used his true finisher move, but he wanted to avoid that in the labyrinth. Well, I already blew my cover in a lot of ways, but yeah, that really needs to end here. Besides, Dino kidded himself. If escape was all that mattered, he was probably still safe on that count. Not coming for me. Zejian's words were heavy. The question seemed to bolt him to the floor, but Dino used his willpower to fight back. Ha! Don't you look down on me. I'm part of the Octagram, you know, and I've lived way longer than you. No way am I going to lose to a little kitten like you. He whipped his large blade up high and swung it down towards Zejian. Take this, and breathe your last. Fallen Strike! This was no tit-for-tat exchange for blows. He meant to end it here with this massive move, as befitting someone as lazy as Dino was, and Fallen Strike certainly had the punch for it. Infusing his sword with his unique skill Sloth, Dino had created an ever-changing illusory battle style that tricked his opponent and allowed him to control the fight. Now that skill evolved into Belphegor, its effects multiplied many times over, so his illusory sword style was more polished than ever. He may have hated taking action, but Dino's battle sense was undeniable. Even so, Dino had decided that close-range combat with Zejian was a little too dicey. If his abilities failed to work on him, the illusory sword style would fail on him. Now, he figured, was no time to hold anything back. So he broke out one of his special moves. That was Fallen Strike, one of the few traditional sword moves in his illusory style, and he packed all of his muscle into it, his intention to defang his opponent. Now his blade was infused with negative waves of emotion, robbing his foe of the will to live or live if it so much as scraped his skin. It wasn't an illusion or hallucination someone could ignore. For the weak-hearted, it was impossible to resist. Excuse me. Only those with a strength enough or a strong enough mind to obtain an ultimate skill could fight it off, and even then, they wouldn't emerge unscathed. The slothful will of Dino, or Dino infused in the strike, packed a physically destructive effect inside. Even if you dodged it and emitted negative waves in all directions, and simply being exposed to them would sap your mental drive, and thus your ability to battle. He could capitalize on that to strike the final blow off the follow-through, and then it'd be over. The move cornered his foe in so many ways, making it one of the best Dino could make, a masterpiece he had complete confidence in. If Dino wanted to leave this room alive, his best bet was to defeat Zejian without holding back. He liked to hide all of his best moves, but if it made life easier for him, he wouldn't skimp out on them either. Not even Guy would look all that great if he took a direct hit from this. Think you can fare any better? Dino grinned, all but assured of his opponent's death. It'd be impossible, he reasoned, for anybody to expect this major strike from somebody so demonstrably lazy in life. Now, he thought, singing his own praises in his mind, everything was back on track. Zejian didn't move, not because he couldn't react in time, but because he had no problem dealing with this. Reading the path of Dino's blade, he stopped it just before it landed on its target. Fang Smasher, the mighty god-class greatsword, had enough force to crush any type of matter in the world, but even when it was swung down on him, the exoskeleton covering Zejian's left hand, now converted into crimson steel, easily blocked it. Damn fool! Dino shouted. You didn't even try to dodge my blade! This battle is mine! Now, he thought, acting like such a lazy bum all this time had finally paid off. It wasn't really an act, to be honest, but he kidded himself into thinking so. Zejian, as expected, had stopped his high-speed strike. Swords this big lost out in velocity, so that was no surprise. The damage, however, would be untold. Zejian blocked it with one hand as if swatting something away. It was impressive to see, but now an intense shockwave was coursing through his left arm. Looks like it didn't crush it outright, but it'll be useless for a while to come for sure. I love how he's just standing there, not even quivering. So much fake bravado. It was almost hateful how unaffected Zejian looked, but Dino had won. Zejian's distortion field was an excellent invention, but it could only block physical strikes. Fallen Strike, upgraded to its ultimate level, could penetrate any physical obstacle as it delivered its payload. I put him off guard, made him think it was a sword attack, but actually delivered a lethal spirit strike. My strategy won the day. Yes, Zejian was strong. That Dino predicted, was why he was likely to look down on him and try to act as superior as possible. He was best in close range, and this chamber was a perfect arena for that. The way Dino saw it, there was no way he tried to evade anything. He spat. I wish you guys would knock this off already. I know that bracelet's gonna revive you anyway, so I really need to retrieve Ramirez soon. He headed for Beretta, but then he stopped. Something felt off. For one thing, Beretta wasn't even wary of him. After all this battle, plus revealing several of his trump cards, Dino was running short on magicules. He still wouldn't lose, but Beretta was acting like he was assured of victory out of nowhere. His face wasn't visible under the mask, but it still felt creepy somehow. You think you can beat me? Don't be silly. Whether I could or not is irrelevant. I'm not your opponent. The moment he heard that, Dino was struck with an intense chill. And in frenzy, he turned towards Zejian, and yes, there was something unnatural about that stationary figure. The fact that he wasn't pulverized by a god-class strike proved that his left arm was god-equivalent. That meant he could have a will strong enough to work as a spiritual life form. All that deliberating over whether he had an ultimate skill seemed pointless now. The evidence was clearly on the yes side. No way! Let me ask you, does your attack have a delayed effect? Because otherwise, did you think a passing breeze like that, Strike, could defeat me? God damn it.
God damn.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. A passing breeze like that, Strike?
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
Holy crap.
God damn it, Dino thought. Zejian really did have an ultimate skill. Exactly what kind was unclear, but if it could nullify a spiritual attack, it had to be exceptional. You were wondering if I possessed an ultimate skill, weren't you? If so, you should have pieced together several attacks instead of that meager swipe. You need to realize that your laziness cost you the victory. Don't act like you won this, Dino almost screamed. Instead, Zejian thrust his left fist at him, his fingers opened outward, and from them, 5 beams of light shot out. It was his dimension ray. Ow! Leaping away to dodge it, Dino just barely avoided lethal damage. It came, however, at the cost of his right arm, which was now severed at the elbow. The pain made him want to cry, but there was no time for it. His instincts were warning him that he truly was in danger. This continued. You really did find an ultimate, didn't you, you bastard? I didn't expect you to neutralize Fallen Thanatos as well. Are you telling me spirit attacks don't work on you? Fallen Thanatos was a lethal spiritual attack Dino had instilled in his Fallen Strike just now. It acted strictly on the minds of its target, so even if his foe was a replication or the like, it would still impact the actual person no matter how far away he was. It was a sure kill move, no escape possible, but Zejian was totally undeterred. Dino could hardly believe it, and he was right to. If he wanted to win, or really if he wanted to escape here alive, he needed to solve this mystery. So he asked Zejian, knowing full well an answer was not likely to arrive. I have no duty to inform you why. Zejian, unnaturally, was unmoved, but his bitter voice continued. But you are so pitiful. I will dignify your question with a reply. I am an illusion, a ghost. From the very beginning, you were wrapped around my finger. I have been granted the title of Mistlord, ruler of the Phantom Realm. And now you realize that no spirit attacks can faze me. It was the strong offering mercy to the weak. Hearing it, Dino quickly arrived at the truth, and then he was shocked. If his skill had been nullified, it meant his foe was stronger. Or if his foes was stronger. Zejian, he now realized, had evolved into something as good, if not better than him. The him right now, even. You've got to be kidding me. He was this close or this good at close range, but now he's even better at spirit attacks? And he's the ruler of the Phantom Realm? So he can, create independent worlds of his own? Oh man, how much stronger did that bastard get? No damn way I could beat him with no preparation. Dino possessed the strongest of sin-based skills, one freshly evolved into an ultimate, but Zejian had shut it completely down. His skill was still unfamiliar, but that was no excuse. Zejian didn't have an ultimate skill until just recently either. Dino was hardly weak, but this time he had picked the wrong opponent. All too wrong. The whole idea around attempting to kidnap Ramirez, in fact, was wrong at the core. The moment Zejian completed his evolution, its failure was all but ensured. Realizing this, Dino turned his face upward, and just then he was stunned by a person he saw on the screen. Ah, Valgrind. The beautiful woman was Valgrind. There was no mistaking that blue hair. She was supposed to be fighting the Demon Lord Rimuru outside the labyrinth after taking out Veldora, but now she was standing next to Masayuki for some reason. Even more concerning, Corny was nowhere to be seen. No. He had a bad feeling about this, and those tended not to lie to him. He knew that from experience. Dude, wait a second. This is too much information to handle at once. I can't keep up with it. So, Valgrind was supposed to be under Feldway's thrall, but was that all a lie? Or did she escape it somehow? Either way, I guess she did corner in, huh? Wait. This is going way beyond a failed mission now, isn't it? Dino ran hastened thought as hard as he could, trying to understand the situation. Soon, though, he concluded that it'd be impossible to keep this operation going, no matter how hard he tried. He might have been ready to turn tail and flee a while ago, but now he'd lost all will to go on. In his mind, he had done well to survive this far. Say your prayers. You have touched the nether reaches of sin, and now you will die and struggle against the weight of your own. Dimension Storm. Zejian had held rule over this space from the start, and that meant only one thing. No matter what Dino did, he could never leave. If he had made full use of the abilities he still kept under wraps, perhaps he might have found hope somewhere. But the chances of that were too comical to even bother trying, so Dino felt no qualms about giving up instead. In fact, if there was any chance at all, a storm of dazzling colors engulfed Dino, whisking him away into a realm where nothing existed nor would exist. It was a supernatural storm of highly energized particles, and Dino could do nothing against it as he was erased from the world, leaving not a trace of his body. Or that's what should have happened. Your prayers paid off, then. You've got impressive luck, at least, Zejian muttered to himself. The soft sound of something, somewhere, breaking could be heard, and he could feel Dino's existence being regenerated. Zejian could accurately see this, his voice calm. All of it was within his predictions. Dino woke up outside the labyrinth. Phew! I won the bet, huh? He breathed a sigh of relief. His equipment was all there, completely undamaged. This must be like Ramirez letting me go out of kindness, isn't it? Dino looked at the broken bracelet in his hands. It was a resurrection bracelet, a cheap one he purchased at the labyrinth shop long ago. He had never made use of a save point, so his location was reset to the surface after he died. He kept it on as an escape route, figuring something like this was entirely possible. Well, she never gave me an unlimited use bracelet, so she must have been pretty suspicious of me from the start. She could have canceled this one on me too, though. She sure went easy on me. He wistfully reflected on it. Here he was, secretly carrying an insurance item created by a girl he was sent to kidnap. It took someone like Dino to justify an act so unprincipled in his mind. The bracelet was a cut price, one-use type, something Ramirez produced in mass quantities. He had staked his life on it, and apparently the heavens were on his side. Fallen or not, I'm still an angel, I guess. Dino let his mind wander a bit as he looked around. He wanted to find his companions, who were presumably fighting Geld right now, and get the hell out of there. He also sent a thought communication to Zerario to report on his failure. His angelic partners had set up an escape route so he wouldn't be locked in the labyrinth, so none of them was likely to leave until Zerario got out. But with things falling apart like this, sticking around was a bad idea. Still, though, that dude was way too strong. It sucked so bad. Even recalling Zejian made him want to whine to himself. Feldway was going to be seriously angry, but still, he was lucky to be alive. Like, this might be the first time any of Feldway's plans didn't work out. I guess Cornu screwed up again, but, well, I don't know where he is. We really should have never opposed Rimuru. He had never been too eager about his role in this. Now Dino wondered why he ever accepted it in the first place. Thinking about the future just depressed him. Well, really, if Zejian had become that much of a monster, a conventional assault on the labyrinth like this was hopeless. He, along with all the other top-level people in Rimuru's government, was a total monster. Dino couldn't say exactly what had happened to Rimuru and his team yet, but he was sure it was nothing he'd be glad to hear of. This is why I didn't want in on this! Dino just wanted a tranquil life in the labyrinth, and now look at what had happened. Perhaps it's what he deserved for what he did, but it was still depressing. I don't know what's going on in Feldway's mind, but I doubt he'll give up. Not that this is ever going to be possible. If he had to guess, the best chance they'd ever get had come just a moment ago. That was wholly gone now, and Dino knew it wouldn't come back. Plus, there was one more problem. Oh man, now that I've made myself an enemy, there's no way I can go back. To someone as lazy-minded as Dino, life in the labyrinth was about as comfortable and easygoing as it got. Fuck, I've been kicked out of the protagonist space. Damn it. I'm an antagonist in a power fantasy manga.
Man, I lost my plot armor.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, literally.
God.
Yeah.
You've done lost your armor.
You done goofed.
He did.
Done goofed.
It might have been work. I mean, honestly, if he turned coat now or back then, he probably would have had a chance if we told them what was going on. But anyway,
Yep.
It might have been work, but helping Vesta was fun. Gabiru got along with him too, occasionally doing favors for him, and so on. Whenever the research team made a new discovery, it gladdened him as well. These were engaging days he had spent with Vesta and the gang, and in time he saw them as friends. That and something else Dino almost forgot. He only came here because Guy ordered him to. He was functioning as a spy for him, reporting back on goings-on inside the labyrinth. Dino didn't think Guy expected much from him, really, but that just soured his mood even further. He can be such a pain when he's mad. He truly was, but now fretting over all this seemed pointless too, so Dino headed over to his companions instead.
All right, stop.
By the time... Sorry, go ahead.
Yep.
Hammer time.
Yep.
Oh, Tino.
We
Fuck,
did.
I just got evicted. So much for my security
He
deposit.
did, though. Yeah.
All right.
Well.
So yeah, that's where we're gonna hold up for you, Shim.
Mhm.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
And Fenris, you'll take over.
By the time he reached them, the battle was at a stalemate. Geld, the Barrier Lord, and Garasha were locked in combat, and amazingly, they were equals in sheer muscle. Dino could hardly believe what he saw. If he's equal with Gara, that makes him stronger than me, huh? And if he's like that right after his evolution, that's just... Geld was bloodied. Exactly who the blood belonged to was unclear, because he had no obvious open wounds. Injuries dealt with magical damage couldn't be healed with a potion, and Garasha was clearly throwing around enough magic to destroy him. If Geld was unhurt by all of that, either he had crazy defense or superhuman healing skills. As Dino thought about this, Garasha swung her longsword. It slashed through Geld's scale shield and cleaved into his arm. Geld didn't respond. Throwing away his broken shield, he took a new one out from his
Not his physical stomach, not his physical stomach, not his physical stomach. The stomach storage dimension.
Yeah, but you picture that.
It's called the ability stomach. Like, he stores stuff.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just rummage around in here.
Yeah.
Throwing away his broken shield, he took a new one out of his stomach and returned to his fighting stance. And there Dino could see it. There wasn't even a scar on Geld's arm any longer. Ah, it's ultra speed regeneration, and it's advanced enough to even heal Garash's attacks. Now he had an answer, but Dino wasn't too happy about it. Why are you so stubborn? None of my attacks is even phasing you. Are you crazy or something? Am I? I'm not sure myself. Perhaps I should give more praise to your attacks. Oh, sarcasm, huh? I have to kill you in one stroke, or you'll just heal instantly. I had to be praising you for how damn tough you are. Sure was it.
I love how complimentary this fight is, and he's not being sarcastic. He's being genuine. He's like, "Am I?"
Yeah, he's like,
He's like, "Am I?" Like,
I didn't think I.
Such was the exchange as Geld and Garasha flew back into battle, gouging into each other's openings without caring how much it damaged them. Geld's meat cleaver was deflected back by Garash's circle shield, generating an intense flurry of sparks and a shockwave that traveled along the ground. Dino was too dazed to use his chance to speak up. Geld always existed behind the scenes as this revered figure. He did nothing flashy in the war against the Empire, and Dino didn't see him as much of a threat. That was a serious mistake.
and over here in Rebrew City, we're getting a rather large torrent of blood. So be on the lookout for that. You may want to have raincoats, rain boots, and definitely an umbrella. There's heavy winds today, too.
It could rain!
And this guy over here is very badly burned.
How bad would you say he
I got
is,
better.
Charlie? It's raining rocks! Anyway.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Ollie.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure of it. Everyone in this damn country is just totally insane. He forced himself to accept this as fact.
What do you mean, this damn country?
I find
Everyone
that
in this damn
countryist.
channel is just totally insane.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Huh? I love Tropic Thunder.
It was such a good movie.
Such a good movie,
Yeah.
man.
He forced himself to accept this as fact. A truth finally dawning on him, even as a fearsome aerial battle erupted above him. Stop irritating me with all that flying around! That's what I want to say. You got a lot of nerve flying with no wings. A simple matter if you have control over gravity, but I'm getting bored with this game of tag. Can we put it to an end? Again, that's what I want to say.
Copying me!
That's
No,
perfect.
you're copying
No,
me!
you! No, you!
you!
The ultimate Uno reverse card game going on over here. No, you!
Just two hands full of the Uno reverse and
No,
one
you
wild.
go. No, you go. No, you go. No, you go.
It's the Uno reverse sword and shield match going on over here.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be like, just kill me, please? I'm done.
Somebody
Like,
does
you know?
not clip that. I'm gonna be very disappointed. The Uno reverse sword and shield match. Come on, that's gold.
Yeah. To answer your question, more than likely, Dino, he's like, come on, just fucking kill me.
I can't
I've already
kill
lost my
you.
plot
You're
armor.
clearly
What's
gonna
the
withstand
point?
everything I throw at you.
Yeah.
The bewitching Kamara was taken on Pico, who looked like a young child by comparison. They actually made a good-looking couple, but their battle was pretty intense. Pico's Black Thunder, launched so often that it seemed to cover the ground beneath them, had blackened the surrounding area, but somehow it never quite reached Kamara. It made sense. Raiko, the Thunder Tiger, and one of the tail beasts that Kamara kept as a pet, was born to handle lightning, making defense a simple matter. Then Kamara went on the move, as if declaring it her turn. Using 8 of her 9 tails in an elegant flowing pattern, she unleashed 9-tail slash, only to have it blocked by Pico's lance. A shrill clang shot across the battlefield. There They were an even match for each other, and once again, Dino had to revise his opinion of Kamara's fighting skill upward. She's one of the 12 lordly words hard.
Words fail.
Go home, English, you're drunk. Wait, no, Scott.
Give me your
Fenris,
keys.
that's you. Fenris, go home, you're drunk. I am home.
English, you go home. No, you,
Wait.
Fenris. What? Fenris, you're apparently too drunk. You need to get out of there. You need to leave your home.
No,
Wait a
there's
minute.
people outside, and they suck.
Yeah.
You gotta give them your keys and they'll take care of you. Wait a minute, hold on a
Will
second.
they though?
No, it's fine.
I mean, take care of me how? With a 50 or by patting my head and tucking me in?
That'd be nice.
I think for the sake
How
of the
about
stream, the lateral option.
No.
That's nice.
Oh!
How kind.
You save $50 that way.
Sure, let's go with $50 on calibers.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were talking money. Okay.
Money.
That time
Have
an
you never
introvert
heard the
became the
phrase,
hero.
Take care
Yes.
of them.
Probably a isekai somewhere.
Probably.
I mean, this kind of counts.
That time I became a discount assassin.
Agent 46.
Yeah.
That's how
The
much
time I
you
became a
charge this
hitman
for
in
a hit
another
job.
world definitely sounds like one. Like a Yakuza or hitman guy gets reincarnated into a new world, and he's like an assassin's guild kind of guy.
Dude, I would totally read that.
That definitely sounds like a fucking isekai.
It does.
And he has to like study his targets and be like, oh well, I'm hunting a dragon folk. He's got tough scales, so I need to find something that can cut through that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That would
you
be
know
kind
what?
of
That's actually
interesting.
better than my thought. I thought it'd be funnier if he was like, I have to be like a church nun or something very pacifist, but
Yeah.
he still very much retains his skills. And every so often, you see him just like, I'm at opportunity where I can just go crazy.
That's the OVA. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry, I cut you off.
She's one of the 12 lordly guardians, isn't she? Man, better not mess with any of them. He had admitted there wasn't any need to point out this or that member. They were all threats. That was the safest way to think about it. As former Seraphim, Pico and Garasha were up there with awakened demon lords. They had been away from battle for a while, so their capabilities couldn't be compared to that. So their capabilities couldn't be compared that simply, but they clearly weren't pushovers. With Tempest leaders out of the picture, Dino figured he and those two women were enough to take over the labyrinth. And yet Feldway was ever so careful, deploying 2 mystic leaders and even joining the fray himself. Victory was completely assured, but look what they had here now. The reality of it all made him feel dizzy. Pico and Garasha seemed to be gradually losing their cool, perhaps because their battle skills were so rusty, but whatever level they were at now, they used to be top-level Seraphim. If 2 out of the Shining 7 primordial angels were struggling this much, their pride must have been in tatters. Dino wasn't helping much, but he ignored that for now. Hey, guys! Retreat! We gotta retreat! The 2 of them reacted angrily to Dino shouting, "But we're just getting to the good part! Stop talking nonsense when I'm about to get serious with this! Shut up! This entire operation fell apart the moment you joined the melee!" Pico and Garasha's role were supposed to be rear support. There was a large blank in their battle experience, so they were playing it safe this time. They had been dragging into a fight. It proved the enemy was more powerful than expected. A tactical victory here meant nothing strategically for the war. Wait, is the mission off? Huh? Yeah, it is. I wouldn't have fled the labyrinth if it wasn't. What? But didn't Faye come up with our plans? A perfectionist as careful as him misjudged the enemy, you're saying? Guess so. Don't be stupid. How could we have failed this if we had both Zerario and Cornu had the scene? Because we lost. I sent word to Zerario to pull out, but I'm pretty sure Cornu is dead. We didn't achieve any of our objectives, but there's no point fighting this out any longer.
Everybody loves a good pullout.
I feel like I blinked. Like, who died?
Cornu. Cornu.
Are you serious? This is really blowing my mind.
This is just the jockstrap, isn't it, all over again?
Ah, this is just great.
Pico and Karasha were speechless. Geld and Kumara couldn't have been prouder. Oh? Karasha looked at Dino. So does that mean you lost too? Huh? Look, can you stop asking that over and over again? Get the picture. Can't you be more thoughtful enough to pretend not to notice? Dino was as detached from his problems as usual. Garasha was stunned, not by the news, but by how nonchalant he was about... Fuck you, computer. About
fuck you, computer, yeah.
Yeah.
But by how nonchalant he was about all this. Regardless, there was no reason to doubt him. Their minds were calm, and they realized that retreat was the only acceptable way. This doesn't mean you won, got it? I'm aware. Even during our battle, you were funneling some of your powers towards maintaining the labyrinth, weren't you? Next time, I want to take you on at your full force.
Hi,
Tony.
Hello.
We have a visitor.
Hey, honestly, I saw a
Hello.
lock on the thing. I wasn't sure if I could join. I decided to just try.
Hello. Welcome in.
Oh
You're
yeah,
on
it is a
camera.
lock. That is fair, actually.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, this is Fan
Hello.
Friday all over again. Last two times.
How embarrassing. I didn't even make a plate of cookies.
How goes the light novels?
good.
We're good. Yeah.
Yep, was chugging away.
Have we gotten to the thing yet?
Oh,
thing.
no, that was at the beginning.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, that was only like a few
Yeah.
minutes.
Like literally the opening, like before we even went live, I had like a thing like, if you look in the side chat, like the little text bubbles that says
In
show
Discord
chat
for those in Twitch.
in Discord. That was our opening preview screen for when we were getting ready. Like we were live, but nobody could hear us. That was the preview screen.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was today's preview screen. And then we talked about it.
Love to see it.
We talked about it at the very beginning. So yeah, the announcement's been made. Slime 9 goes live at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Which, but I don't know how much Rich told you. Legit, guys, never seen anything like that happen.
Yeah,
before.
the turnaround time was insane. We talked about that too.
Honestly, it never happened before. Ever.
That's awesome.
We don't know what to do with this in this situation.
I mean, after how
Celebrate or
Listen. After them shitting on me near constantly for 2 weeks, we deserve a win.
Right?
Okay.
Take what we can get.
100%.
Like, bro, guys, you don't understand. I was consulting lawyers.
I understand. Well, I don't understand, but I can understand your pain.
Attorneys were getting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds
they were
painful.
arming up for war.
I mean,
Jesus.
sounds like it would have been a good lawsuit.
Well,
Well, I mean, it
Someone like
wouldn't-
activates their pen. They're getting ready for war.
depends.
Yeah, well, because like
It
it wouldn't have been. I want to be clear. We wouldn't have been directing it at Bandai. It would have been specifically at YouTube for
Oh, yeah.
interfering with the legal proceeding they had no standing in. That was basically the
Ah.
case. That if had it gone that far, it would have been a cease and desist to YouTube saying, "Hey, cut this shit out."
It's like, stop it. Get some help.
Stamp.
We're
Yeah,
we're
just-
done with this.
Like,
That would have been the
I'm
text
glad we got
assist.
this back, but at the same time, I
We
think
have
it would be
lawyers.
Great if you
Well-
had gotten that.
It's like, we have lawyers.
'Cause-
Tony knows a guy.
They're just terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
We have a
that's fair.
Hulk.
Yeah.
We have a Hulk.
Fuck you.
YouTube's over here. We have an army. He has a Hulk.
It's like fucking, YouTube talking to Fat Dog. It's like, we have an army. Richie, we have a Tony.
We have a Tony.
I want to make that
Meanwhile-
a video
meanwhile,
now.
Tony's
I wanna make
like-
that a video.
I'm like, we have a Tony. Tony's like, I know a guy.
Oh, a guy. Tony, I need you to send me a voice clip like, I know a guy.
Yeah,
Something.
like
Well,
literally,
so,
like,
like-
the thing is, literally, like, the reason we're trying to speed through this book is because we're kind of like at the tail end of what is basically season 5 of Slime. Meanwhile, the anime just started season 3, and I'm like, yeah, we need to like get
It's gonna
done
be a
with this
while.
so we can start at the beginning of Mushoku Tensei and do
Mushoku
something where
Tensei.
where there's no spoiler for whatever we're reading.
All right, so
Yeah.
in
No,
that
we're
case,
not. I'm not telling you to rush. I'm not telling you to rush. No. I'm just
Okay.
letting you know. I'm just letting you know that's
I'm
the
gonna go back
reason
real
why
quick.
we're like, yeah, we're gonna stop after 16 for a while. Take a
Yep.
break from slime. I know some people are gonna be like, why'd you take a break? Well, here's the reason. We're not getting a lot of viewers coming to slime, and some of that has to do with the fact that most people aren't caught up on slime. They don't want massive spoilers.
That's fair.
So actually, do you guys want to hear actually how that whole like Tony knows a guy thing started? like serious, it's actually kind of a funny story.
Is it like the
for it.
Ant-Man thing?
So no, we need to go way back to yesteryear when Richie and I's roles were reversed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, where I was working for Richie and now Richie working for me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually how that's actually how our relationship started.
Wow,
Somebody,
okay.
all right. I wish you were here. Yesterday when we were doing the Q&A, because somebody asked a question and it totally brought this up. They go, "What's the worst abridged series you've ever worked in?" And I worked on, and I went, "Man, I wish Tony was here. This is easy. Gundam Wing abridged."
Yeah.
And they
I mean,
go,
we spent an entire panel clowning on it.
yeah, and they go, "Which one?" And I go, "Oh, you would have never heard of it because it never actually made it to any form of production."
Unless you were
never
in a
hit the
very
ground.
specific
Yeah.
anime panel around like 2012, I think.
2012, 2013, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
something like
Kid
that.
Tokyo Con, you would have never heard of this. And
Yeah.
all it had was an opening. Like, all it got was an opening because I made, like, an AMV opening style thing for it. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm grabbing
yeah,
something
so
from
anyway,
the,
so
microwave.
uh,
Microwave.
it sort of started off because we met through Fairy Tale Abridged, which was being worked on by the Das Tales and myself.
Mhm.
And that's kind of how we ended up getting into sort of crossing paths with Richie. Again, we met through kind of that Gundam Wing Abridged thing that he had mentioned, right? And so through Fairy Tale Abridged, we ended up getting sort of roped into what was called the Fairy Tale Podcast, and I think I was Gajiel for the Fairy Tale Podcast. I can't fucking remember. I'm pretty sure I was Gajiel because I think Yusei, which is the Das Tales, ended up being like the
Yusei.
Ray. Yeah,
Mhm.
I call him Yusei. Which that's a whole nother funny story, but that's for another time. Anyway, fast forward, and Richie is wanting to start. This is sort of the beginning of. I don't know how many of you are familiar with what Infinity's Light is, but that was sort of the beginning of where Infinity's Light started, and I got cast as it was a lion dude. I think I forget his name. It wasn't
Lion dude?
Proust. I think Yusei was Proust, wasn't he?
Boss.
Wait, no, I was Boss, but Yusei was Proust, wasn't he?
Yusei was Proust, yeah.
Yeah, it speaks volumes. I remember his character, not mine.
Tiny Tony Stark.
So
Tiny.
right. Anyway, so that was so we got into a bunch of talks about like a bunch of the stuff that we wanted to do to sort of like promote this new idea, and everything that when it came to like, oh, we want to do some kind of like oh, we want to make t-shirts, and
Which we did.
Which we did, and when we did that, they brought it up like, we need a place to make t-shirts on the cheap, and I go, oh, I know a guy, I can do that, no problem.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we need to get business cards made on the cheap. Oh, I know a guy. Oh, we need to get 3D, we need someone that can do 3D printing because we want to make miniature models of this. Oh, I actually know a guy for that. Like, it was like every time they're like, we need X, I'm like, I know a guy. And then it's like, okay, you know what? Just bring the shit to Tony. He knows a guy.
Yeah, it was like Tony and his mobster connections because it's like, hey,
Those guys
Tony
must
knows
be
a
this
guy. He knows a guy.
Yeah.
It became such a meme.
Name for it,
It
too.
became
Is this like Ant-Man?
such a meme. It was like, I need to bury a body. Oh, I know a guy.
I mean,
Wait, hold
I know you do.
I know a
Whoa,
chemist.
Whoa. First of all,
Whoa,
bring him
whoa,
up
whoa.
here. I got like 4 acres of swamp.
I happen to be in the call with said guy right now, but
Whoa, sick.
Here's the thing. I don't need to
Yes.
bury bodies. I know a
Yeah.
couple of friendly alligators. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Hey, gators love
Yeah.
marshmallows.
They do.
true.
That's also
that's,
true.
It is very true.
That's how the
That-
Tony knows a guy meme kind
But-
of started within our circle of friends.
But you gotta be careful around gators because they're really quick to turn around and try and yap your ear off and tell you about their Lord and Savior Godzilla. Okay,
Meh.
they're
Oh,
just
please tell me more.
tell you more. Okay.
I believe I know what their favorite Blue Oyster Cult song is.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is it
Oh,
weird that I'm
no.
actually having
You say
oysters
he's
for
got
dinner
to go.
too as we talk about this?
Richie, need I remind you,
Oh no.
I am ordained.
An ordained
Oh,
minister of the cult of Godzilla.
Forgot
And the
about
Church
that.
of Napalm.
Of course. The church.
And if-
actually, one last thing before I duck out because I gotta start getting winded down for the night.
Don't you mean Cobra
Moon.
Chicken?
You fucking Cobra Chickens. Moon. How's that thing coming along that we talked about? Wait, was it Moon or was it Sonic? I was talking Sonic. I mean,
Yep.
not Moon. Sorry, I was looking at Moon. Freudian slip. Apologies.
I was just thinking to myself,
I
like,
was admiring the Hawaiian shirt.
yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Weekend
full
at-
Hawaiians
on me?
Like no one else.
Weekend
you
at
mo-
Mooney's?
are you and Moon, Tony? Are you and Moon talking behind my back here? What is
Yes.
this nonsense?
Listen,
So,
what
anyway,
happens
sorry.
between closed
Sonic.
doors and underweighted
Sonic.
blankets is
How's
nothing.
that
Interesting.
thing I talked about going?
Pretty good. I'm editing it now. I'm getting the video together now, actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like the fucking Did you get that thing I sent you?
Yeah. I'm still working on some of the kinks, but I might need a guy for like an asset or two, you know.
There you go.
Hey,
All right.
no geek shaming in the call.
Who said anything
Yeah.
about shaming?
Yeah.
More like kink.
He wants to look. It's like no.
Moon,
Kink encouraging.
I just have one
Like,
question
have
for
the
you.
clear.
All right. Anyway, I'll let you guys get
Got
back.
any
to it.
great-
Oh, we've already got one.
again,
We've got Shim Godzilla right here.
There you go. But no, like I said, I saw the padlock on it, and I'm like, huh. I wonder if I can join.
Yeah, you can.
So-
Yeah, you're an actor. Of
I'll
course
just-
you can join.
Tony,
Uh,
I'll show you
yeah,
this
of course you
later
can.
on, but I'm just gonna tell you the preview. It's going to be
before.
smashing.
There you
God
go.
damn
Love
it.
to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, you guys take it easy. Have a
right.
good one.
Bye, Tony.
Oh, I think 2 drums and a cymbal just fell off a cliff.
There you go.
But
There you go.
Now where were we?
I don't know,
yes.
Fenris.
Yes,
Please
the
tell
book,
me
the
where
book.
we were, because now I have to find our place in the frickin' book. I don't know.
Please.
I got it.
Hey
Please
guys,
do.
what happened
I
to
got-
the train? I think it went off the tracks. What's that called again?
Derail.
There you go.
Yes.
Tony derailed us pretty bad.
He's the boss. He can do that.
He has the
Now
power.
you're speaking my language.
Now you're
Like
sporking
that.
my language.
In that case, see you.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Recognizing each other's strength, Garasha and Geld made a friendly parting of ways. Pico and Kumara, on the other hand, your name was Pico. You're lucky to escape alive today. What? Come on, I wasn't even trying that hard. You're the one who ought to be thank their lucky stars. They glared at each other, then huffily turned away. It was two opposites attitude-wise, but either way, it heralded the end of battle. With that, Dino and his allies managed to escape in one piece. Zerario was always cool-headed.
Oh,
His job
okay,
on
that's where we're at. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. Oh, he ran away as soon as I was gonna give him his.
His part.
Yeah.
Am I taking
Oh,
Moon's
you're going
part
to make
again?
Tony win.
Yeah.
You're gonna make
Okay,
Tony
it's your
read.
part. It's your part now.
All right.
Woo!
All right, let me
I love
put
that.
this away.
Woo! I was-
Cool.
Yay!
Dude needs a
More
drink.
pineapple juice.
Yeah.
Let me put this away. Okay. Zawario? Is that the one where we're at?
Yeah, it's a Wario.
Wario.
Zawario was always cool-headed. His job on this mission was to serve as a diversion, and he carried it out with perfection. The troops he brought along with him were fighting on the same level as the resisting forces in the labyrinth. Literally. But surprisingly enough, they wouldn't need to reconsider their enemies. That was the conclusion Zawario made as he sized up the battlefield. Most impressively of all were the two people in front of him. Chars and Trainee. Right? Okay. Yeah, I got names right. Woo!
You clipped the mic a lot.
Did I?
Oh yeah.
That was really funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay.
You were so
I'm
dang
so
loud
proud
you
of
clipped
you.
the mic. Yeah.
So proud.
Your mother and I are so proud of you.
Oh.
Wait, so okay,
Interessante.
who's the? I don't want to know if I want to ask that. Who is the mother?
It's me. It's me. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
fine. Shem could be. I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
It's me.
I
Don't
was
worry
gonna
about
say
it.
it was your
Whole thing-
actual mom.
Considering
but okay.
everyone. Okay.
It's me. Don't worry about it.
Leaving that
Considering
there.
everyone else in here, you know, I'm
The
fine, I'll
lore.
take it.
The lore of
The
this Fat
lore.
Dog Studios. Yep.
Wait, does that mean Soe is Palpy from the Valley's dad? Her mom?
Yeah. Shim is the mother of dragons.
Adoptive father.
That
The
would
mother of
explain.
Dagrons.
He's the real
Yeah.
master.
Shim Godzilla, the mother of dragons.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
All right, someone put on a shirt of Soe with a red lightsaber teaching Palpy from the Valley.
Teaching. He has a gun, dude.
He's well, use this
You
instead.
weren't here. You weren't here. We gave your reading spot away. It has been given to Palpy from the Valley.
To Zerario.
To Zerario.
Oh.
Is this gonna be another
I
character
had
of mine?
to use the bathroom.
This
I
will
thought
be
we
on
were
the
done.
You had
test.
to use the
Tony was here.
PP
Let
room.
Tony talk. Let Tony have a turn.
Tony.
Well,
had
you see,
stuff to
well, you
do.
see, Ryuma. When a Shion and a Shem love each other very much.
Stuff
Wait,
happens.
that implies that Shion's my dad. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And?
You didn't know that?
Better fucking clean your room, son.
Shion just sunned you.
Yes, Dad.
Yeah.
Daddy!
Dad.
We're only saying
I'm
that because
okay,
Shion
Dad.
makes her... Shion makes Shem call her daddy.
She does wear the pants in that relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not
She
gonna
does
lie, I'm
wear
kind
the
of into it.
pants.
I mean,
It takes best girl to be best guy.
I'm just
To
saying...
be a decent guy. You know?
All right, here's the thing. We're just saying that because in that relationship, she does the smashing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how everyone agrees.
None
Everyone
of the
agrees.
cooking,
That's
all the
fine.
smashing.
Understood.
Shim,
Yeah, including
Shim,
myself.
including you.
Yeah, why not?
Smash.
I do squats for a reason. No worries.
Woo!
It's mostly for my protection, but it's okay.
All right.
Alright.
No, you know what's really sad? This is what you missed.
1, go.
No, this is what you missed.
Mm.
This is what you missed yesterday, Moon. This is what you missed.
Mm.
This is gonna make poor Fenris over here roll his eyes, but you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be a little happy.
No. Mm-hmm. What I miss. What I miss.
Oh, xenomorphs. We'll eat you up, eat you up, eat you up, eat you up. Xenomorphs. We'll eat
Oh
you
my
up, eat you
God,
up,
is it-
eat you up, eat you up.
It's the fucking Reese's Puff.
Xenomorph.
Richie,
Xenomorph.
it's, I came across.
I
I
love it.
finally finished what I was thinking of yesterday. Towards
Uh-huh.
the end. Please feed me and let me see a world of glorification.
Oh no, because you went. All right, so here's the thing.
Glorious
You
glorification.
started off in Maroon 5 and then somehow ended up in Willy Wonka.
Motherfucker, I can't sing to save my life.
Inglorious glorification. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
hard one.
Which
So-
Maroon
so
5
let-
song would that be?
Okay,
couldn't
so he
catch
started
that.
off with
Let me-
so let me be, and so set me free, and let me. Yeah, so it's the misery song.
Okay.
That's what the whole. Yeah.
Ah, Misery.
Lyrics
Misery.
still need to be workshopped, but yeah, we're
Yeah. Oh no, there's
So-
3 different songs that are
we were gonna
played.
Make that
That's the
cool.
meme.
I mean,
It's
there is a
3
person named
different
Misery
songs.
in this manga,
Yeah.
in this light novel.
Mm,
So we literally have to rewrite Misery for Alien Isolation, or just the Alien franchise in general.
So,
And
we'd
so
have
we've
to
already got the
rewrite
Reese's
Misery,
Puffs seemed.
Reese's Puffs.
So
and,
Reese's Puffs,
uh,
and yeah, exactly. We have
You're
to
gonna make
take
an
the
album here pretty quick.
If you think we can't do it, we can.
I didn't. That's why you think I said it, because I
will
honestly
find
believe you
the
kind of could.
way.
Bro.
I gotta keep turning on this one.
Uh-huh.
That song.
Okay, so we gotta. So the thing is, we have a new guy that works at a record studio, a record company.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
You know a guy.
Do you know a guy who knows a guy?
Technically, Tony knows a guy.
Sweet.
Exactly.
Look, I know a guy who knows 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 Kevin Bacon.
Xenomorph.
And I know this girl was crazy stupefying.
That's actually accurate to me.
All right,
Listen. All right,
Yeah.
guys, hear me out. I know a guy
Kevin
who
Bacon
knows
is great.
a guy who can get us in touch with Team 4-Star. Boom. I don't know why them specifically.
I mean, you've worked with them before, right?
have I?
I mean,
I don't think I have.
No, not you, but Richie.
Hmm.
I know he's talked to them before, so
Yeah.
he'd be the closest
I know a
contact
guy
that any of us would
Who
have.
knows a Tony
I'm
who
pretty sure
knows
Knows this guy,
Team
knows this guy,
4-Star.
knows
There
this
you
guy.
go.
Knows this guy's
I'd love
cousin.
to sit down and have a conversation with a fellow Scott.
Hi.
Scott.
Hi. I can reach out to literally. Hi. I've already heard back confirmation that Scott wants to be in season 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up. I'm already
Ho.
it's already good.
Scott, if you're
Shut
watching this, I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know
I'm
you're
also
not.
editing
That's the
while doing
problem.
This, so
Mm. Damn.
actually,
Okay.
wait, I just realized I have to be reading.
Oh.
Yeah,
Finally.
you're supposed to
forgot,
be
we have
reading.
to read.
You have to read.
I lost track, sorry. Those were the names they gave, and Zawario felt it was worth his time to memorize them.
Jesus.
Even so, he reasoned that it wasn't worth his time to exercise his full powers against them.
Why are you singing this almost?
I was told only the most insignificant of resistance remained for us. But that appears not to be the case. I thought my counterattack wiped out their forces in the labyrinth. But that powerhouse Zegian was still in there. Hopefully Corno and Dino wrapped up their missions before
not Corno.
Cornu.
He's not the great
Corno.
Cornelio.
Cornel.
I'm doing a hint of
Cornel.
Italian if you couldn't tell, so that
I
kind of
could
messed
tell,
me up.
but-
You almost call him Cornel.
Cornio.
Yeah.
I only hope Conhorio
Yeah.
and Dinionio.
You
I
tried to
remember
call him a
I'd be happy to hear
Cornio.
that.
Tried to call him a Cornio.
I'm gonna get water.
Cornito.
Cornito.
Good.
Yeah.
Cornio.
I've got it's hopefully Condonio.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's
Good
the
thing
name
he's
is just getting worse. Cornu.
Ugh. Yeah.
Hopefully Cornu and
Cornu.
Dino. Hopefully Corno and Dinu wrapped up their missions before he awoke.
Corno and Dinu.
You had it right the first time, Sonic.
These names
But
are
you
really funny.
corrected me. That's
No!
why I changed it.
Cornu, and then he went to Corno.
Dino. You had it right. You had it right the first time, and then you
Corno
went
and
back
Dino.
and you were like, "Oh."
Where's my director? Where's Cody when I need him?
No, I'm your director. I'm your director.
You're
for
doing a
this.
terrible job of it.
No,
There, I
no,
said
I'm
it.
not. You got it right. I did not correct you, and then you went back and self-edited to the wrong thing.
Cornu,
sorry.
right?
It's not
Cornu?
Corno and Dinu. It's Cornu and Dino.
No, stop,
okay.
stop. You're confusing him more. You're confusing him more. Cornu and Dino. Think about it like
Cornu
this.
And Dino wrapped up their missions
Yes.
before he awoke.
Think of it like Dino from the Flintstones.
Oh.
Does that help?
It's been too long.
I'm just.
He's a purple
Flintstones.
dinosaur, but not
The
Barney.
Flintstones.
That's what the name of the dinosaur is?
Yes!
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Like their little pet
Dino, man.
dinosaur?
The
Their little
stupid
pet
purple
dinosaur,
dinosaur guy.
in
Yeah.
that Fred and Wilma
Yeah.
have is called Dino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him that.
okay,
D-I-N-O,
I thought
but
you
they
said
call him Dino.
Cornu, and I'm like, what?
No,
No.
Dino is the name of
Dino,
the
I
dinosaur in the
believe, yeah.
Flintstones.
Like I said,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
That's okay. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. It's this really serious moment, and then the name's Corno and Dino. Oh.
Italian accent too, which makes it all the funnier.
I'm just losing just because the name sounds so funny. I enjoy.
All right, let's
Thank
move
you.
on. Let's move on. We had
That was
our
the
moment.
last I've laughed in a while.
Oh boy.
Not like Lady Chan
Corneling
laughing.
game.
I haven't got you guys
Corneling
there
game.
yet.
No.
Alright.
No.
It was a cause for concern, but Feldway's plan never went awry.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Feldway's plans never went awry.
Uh-huh.
That's why Zawario trusted in, as he enjoyed this battle. Lord Veldora is gonna laugh at us for being toyed with by these half-engaged foes. I wouldn't worry about that. Veldora's lost to Velgrin and fallen into our hands. That's not a funny joke. It's not meant to be. You saw it too, didn't you? You're a little panicked. Ellipses. The magic-born Charles boasted superb strength. He was a rare talent, even given all the many dimensions Zawalio had seen and destroyed. Trainee was impressive, too. A magic-born infused with an elemental lord, but she couldn't beat out Char's. Her gifts lay in high-intensity magic, but none of it worked on Zawalio, so she wasn't a problem. Char's, too, could fire rays of heated light by nimbly controlling and compressing heat energy, but Zawalio's distortion field could neutralize it all. No. The thing he had to watch out for was Char's calm and precise decision-making. Unlike Trainee, he seemed to size up Zawalio in this battle, proceeding carefully and testing out how every move of his worked. Zawalio's experience told him that a foe like this couldn't be trifled with. But it was just about over now. Once Char's panicked a bit, he lost his careful style. The battle was about to get a lot less enjoyable, and Zawario thought it was time to wrap things up. I hate it, but let's bring matters to an end. Shall we?
God damn it.
You are both quite heroic warriors, and extremely strong to boot, but sadly, you do not possess a challenge to me. The difference
Yes, chat.
was
Shall we
apparent.
bring matters to an end?
No, I saw what Cody posted and I felt bad.
Oh.
I'm not looking at chat at the moment.
Don't
worry about it.
If you have
Okay.
any sense of pride, yeah.
He has no sense of pride. Don't worry
My
about it.
pride?
Cometh before the fall.
No pride. Yeah.
Go.
Well
Let's
said.
see, where were we?
Somewhere. You were places.
The difference was apparent. Zawario had a much larger energy store, but the deciding factor was how they matched up. Angels held an advantage over spirits, and Char's and Trainee, whose powers were based in the elements, had no decisive measure against a Seraphim, even a fallen one, like Zawalio. I hate it, but Dorothy?
I hate to say it.
Dorothy?
No, it's just
Dorth.
Dorth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Okay. I hate to say it, but Dorth appears close to her limit. I can't keep my my elemental lord for longer than a handful of seconds. Sir Charles, do you have any strategies left? No, sadly. But Sir Reamer and Sir Veldora taught me nothing if not the core strategy of never giving up. So don't worry. Despite it being a hopeless situation, they had no way of clawing out of. Char's grinned, and as if the battle had just begun. Trainee smiled back. In that case, let me join you. We can't allow these insolent intruders to do as they please in Lady Ramirez's labyrinth. They were heavily damaged, but still ready to fight. Their hearts showed no signs of breaking, which made Zawalio roll his eyes. Oh, come on! I don't think you're foolish
That's
enough
fair.
to not see the writing on the wall.
Oh dear.
But are you planning to pathetically cling to life until the very end? Because if you think you can resurrect yourselves regardless, you are very much mistaken.
You might as well lean into it at this point, man. I'm just like,
just do it. Just go.
I'm just,
So okay,
that's why I'm doing the wow. So you know what? Every time, guys, we're the back. No. You keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna be the background chorus of wahs. So.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. All right.
when you
Ready,
do
ready,
that,
guys?
Yeah. So when you do
You
that,
guys ready?
Yeah. We'll figure out what we're doing. We're just here to back you up. We're here to back you up. Go.
1, 2, 3. By Zawalio's calculation.
Fenris,
Do you know what?
Fenris, you gotta join us, man. Come on.
Yep.
Want to try again, or
No.
we're good?
No. We're not.
No,
we don't
just
need
go.
countdowns.
We'll figure it
Okay,
out.
We
okay,
don't
okay.
need countdowns.
Yeah, just go.
We'll do it on our own.
You got this.
You go.
Yeah.
Do you know what have? Hold on. Braid?
Huh?
It's the words cut off. It's kind of hard.
Buried.
Buried. Thank you.
Buried.
Buried.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you know what have ferried Ramirez out of the labyrinth right around now? Any immortality the labyrinth granted you worked only because Ramirez was inside it. To be exact, her leaving the labyrinth wasn't enough to turn that off. But if she did so and lose consciousness, all her memories would instantly
Mm-hmm.
lost consciousness, all of her memories would instantly be reset. Thus, the moment Dino carried out his job, Ramirez's servants would lose their immortality. Zawalio knew that, and that's why he went easy, piling damage on Char and Trainee instead of killing them outright. In recognition of your valor in battle, I could grant both of you a proud, painless death if you like. That was his way, as one of the strongest of warriors, of offering mercy. But Chars and Trainee were obviously uninterested. You think you've won, fool? Indeed. You never know what could have happened in a battle. That's not.
No, that's not him.
That's Charis.
That's Dino. Sorry.
Or well, no.
Oh,
Dino?
Charis.
No. It's Charis and Trainee.
It's one.
I think the
Trainee.
first is
It's
Charis,
Trainee.
and then the second one's Trainee. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Indeed. You never know what could happen in a battle. As long as we don't give up on victory, we will never lose. Don't you know that? That sore loser stance was enough to rile Zawalio. Not enough to make him lose his calm, but he didn't appreciate the sass. How annoying! I was trying to grant you mercy! Mercy? Ah, so many people lose their fight after trying to act so undisturbed. Do you know what we can talk like that? Oh, hold on.
We call talk like that. Yeah.
Do you know what we call talk like that? Oh, freaking Discord.
Yeah.
Let me turn the page. Like that? We call it a death flag. You say it, Wario. just Wario the background cheering.
We call it
You
we
can
call
do it.
We call it a death flag. What?
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 I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Gather round the Wadi crew. It's time to sail it with the Wadi. Probably
My brain.
It's time to
Oh,
say
wow. Yes. Very
Gonna
good.
take the wage down in Africa. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Now that we reset the palette, Charles recalled the things never to say list he discussed with Veldora once.
Wario?
There were a few absolute no-nos, but the absolute worst of all was trying to act cool just before you secure the win. If you're out to kill, you have to take action, not get distracted. Otherwise, you're simply giving your opponent time to strike back. Oh, stop it!
Strike Back was a fantastic song.
Wario!
Waluigi!
Wario,
Okay.
Waluigi!
Oh, get out of here, man.
Get out of here,
Get,
man.
Russian
Waluigi,
vibe.
get out of here.
Yeah, fuck.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway.
Oh, stop it! Are you expecting a miracle to? They do happen! Sorimaru engineered quite a few of them in this time, and his troops are so used to seeing them, they often imitate. They happen to imitate for themselves. And look what we have here. And
The
look
sad
what we have
fact is, they're not wrong.
No, they're not.
I mean, they take after Rimuru so well. They
Are you
pass
ready
it
for
on
a
to
miracle?
I'm sorry, just the timing on that, it just sounded like somebody who's like, huh, I already won, and you have to admit defeat. I'm better than, and then like the shonen protag friends just peak the mic by screaming as loud as they can.
I have Lord Rimuru and anime on my side!
Richie, I have a horrible idea.
And we shall wait for them!
Okay, what's
I just had a horrible idea.
Like the mic
it's
clips
raining
and
men,
peaks.
but with all the different creatures.
I'm sorry, what?
It's raining men, but with all the different creatures.
Oh no. Oh no.
How would you do Hallelujah though?
Alright, no. Stop. We gotta finish this part. Come on.
Okay. I don't think I'm even gonna get to the
You're
pause
not.
at this point.
You're gonna get to the pause. You're gonna get to the pause.
All
Let me
right.
get to the what does throwing part. What does throwing? That's when Moon takes over. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right, I'm gonna enjoy this then.
It's already 9:30 here, so we gotta.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it's close.
In the labyrinth, merely buying time in a battle often held little strategic significance. The same was true for this one. Sorry, that's the sign that she's out of the labyrinth.
Nice.
Exactly. And if you wish to strike at Lady Ramirez, friend and servant to my god, let it be known that
Adelman.
Adelman, the oh god help me, the gay
Gehenna.
No.
the Gehenna
No.
Lord.
So
Exactly.
Gina.
And if you wish to strike at Lady
Okay,
Ramirez, friend and servant to my god, let it be known that Adelman, the Gehenna Lord, will take you on. Silence, you
Listen.
boob!
Bob.
I enjoyed giving him the more serious voice we had much earlier. What are you talking about?
I
man?
know. I had to give him
It's
the
when he's
skeleton
off
voice.
when he's
For
off the
this
clock.
part.
Yeah.
I haven't clocked in yet. Damn it!
Yeah.
I'll
Yes.
clock in on the next part.
Yes.
Anyway.
But instead,
Thank you, Adelman.
all of that stalling allowed for the birth of another warrior.
Did you mean?
Take it away, Moon.
Did you mean this?
What does throwing one more body into the fray achieve? Zerario was far more concerned by Dino's delays reporting back to him.
Why are we talking about
He's
Lady
late.
Frey?
I know he's lazy by default, but whenever he procrastinates like this, it only creates more work for me. That combined with things not going his way in this battle irked him more. And now, this knight-like man was standing in front of him.
What the
I
fuck?
hate to fight in a large group
What?
against a single opponent.
Why?
But I am no longer right. What?
I looked at chat and it goes, Adelman.
Silence! I kill you!
He will though.
Oh, that's great. Wrong, but great.
Cast the
Oh,
spell
no.
silence, kills them.
Also,
Silence.
that is something he
Yeah.
would do. Let's
I
be
kill
real.
you!
here. I kill you!
I kill you!
Skeleton divine
Lord.
death blast.
Anyways.
Mm.
I hate to fight in a large group against a single opponent, but I am no longer a righteous paladin. Deeds matter to me more than chivalry, and I hope you'll forgive me for that. This was Alberto speaking. He bore a suit of god-class armor gifted to him by Rimuru, and after the more metaphysical gifts he'd received thanks to Adelman's awakening, he had evolved into a Gehenna paladin. Now, as the rightful owner of the shining armor he wore, Alberto pointed his sword at Zerario. There's another one, Zerario said. He could tell the aura Alberto emitted was a fearsome sight to behold. His movements were the mark of a seasoned swordsman, and the god-class blade in his hand contained the potential to seriously wound Zerario. One look, and it was clear he shouldn't be ignored. I'm here too! The voice belonged to Venti, the Dragon Lord of the Underworld, who had awoken from her evolutionary slumber, reborn as a Gehenna dragon. She offered Zerario an elegant bow, a trick she must have learned from somewhere. Zerario rewarded it with a blank stare. Now he realized just what sort of fix he was in. Even against this lineup, if it was a yes-no question, then yes, he could win. But victory alone wouldn't be meaningful. Unless Dino took Ramirez out of the picture, Zerario wouldn't even have a victory. If I go all out here, I'll simply reveal my hand and have nothing to show for it. But if I don't, I'll be in trouble against this crew. Against Charis and Trainee alone, Zerario could go easy and still hold his own. But if 3 Titans on an awakened Demon Lord's level joined in, not even he liked his chances. But he still needed to serve as a diversion, or Feldway's entire strategy would fall to pieces. Zerario enjoyed a perfect record for carrying out his missions. He refused to allow that to happen. So be it. I'm going to kill them all anyway. Let's show them what I've got. But just as Zerario steeled his resolve. Ah, yes. Allow me to relate something that I think you'll find interesting.
Go with your on-the-clock voice for him.
This is Adelman?
Serious?
Yeah, this is Adelman.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Allow me to relate something that I think you'll find interesting. The area I normally guard is on floor 70. But why do you think I've been ignoring the intruders in there? What? Well, no point keeping you in suspense. Let me sum it up for you. It's because there isn't even any need for me to show up. What are you getting at? Adelman, the undead in the mage's robe, flashed an evil grin. Zerario was getting peeved. Hold on. There was no need for him to show up. Cornu was supposed to be invading that floor. Did something happen to him? There was no need to ask. Zerario quickly deducted the truth, but since Adelman was here to divert Zerario from his mission, he said it out loud anyway. The foolish intruder has been eliminated by Lady Velgrind. That's why I came here without a trace of concern in my mind. Zerario wasn't dumb enough to doubt his foe's words. Working on the assumption that Cornu was defeated, he probed further about their number one aim. I see. I'm sure Cornu was defenseless against Velgrind. Velgrind, then. It seems some strange events have been taking place, but enough about that for now. So is this pittance of a force all that remains from your side? Why wasn't Velgrind here? Probably because of Masayuki, Zerario figured. Masayuki must have inherited Ludora's soul after all. Feldway, poring over the Imperial Information Bureau's records, had ordered Masayuki killed in order to eliminate the possibility, but now the possibility was the truth, and Velgrind must have realized it. Bad luck for Cornu, then. This wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened either if we hadn't swapped roles as planned. But Velgrind can be safely ignored. As long as Sir Michael is with us, it'll be easy to rule over her. Right now, Dino was the key factor. You seem undisturbed. Well, perhaps you were strong enough to take on Lady Velgrind if needed, then. We really have underestimated... We really have been underestimated, haven't we? Heavens, we could have taken you on en masse and lost even. Charis and Adelman were being clever for a reason. Based on Zerario's attitude, they could tell he was hiding some great unknown power. Despite that, however, the advantage was still with their team, as Adelman was about to explain. I think I understand the reason for your question. Your true aim is Lady Ramirez, is it not? Our standing orders always tell us to place Lady Ramirez's safety above all other concerns. When he woke up, checking on Ramirez was the first thing Adelman did. As long as she was safe, everything else could work itself out. Besides, it was Rimaru's supreme order. They were all floor guardians tasked with guarding the labyrinth, and that meant keeping Ramirez safe. So, is Lady Ramirez safe? Of course! So, is Lady Ramirez safe? Of course, Lady Trainee. Sir Zegian came to her aid, and I'm sure he won't let anyone touch Lady Ramirez. Ah, quite a relief. Trainee smiled. The rest of the group looked just as relieved. Now they could focus entirely on the enemy right here. For Zerario, meanwhile, the mention of Zegian's name made him fear the worst about Dino. Zegian can cast Distortion Field as far as I recall. If Dino got serious... No, there's no point expecting that much from him. He was never too enthusiastic about this to start. By now, I'm sure He had a notably accurate picture of matters, and it was at that moment when Dino sent him a thought communication. Hey, Zerario, you hearing this? The mission's a failure. Velgrin got into the battle, and Cornu screwed the pooch. I guess. I'm running into some serious hombres here, too, so I'm splitting. You better run before the labyrinth closes up. See you around. It was also one-sided. Zerario couldn't help but chuckle at it. How very Dino-like of him, he thought. But the time to retreat was here. Winning this battle would be pointless, and he had a reason to avoid pointless maneuvers. I have to say, I've never been so humiliated before. Look at me, forced to retreat against this rabble I could knock over with a flick of my finger. It won't be the case next time. Remember that. After matter-of-factly playing the sore loser, Zerario took his team and teleported out of the scene. The group he left behind was filled not with glory of victory, but a sense of sheer relief. They had kept the labyrinth safe. Now, all threats were gone from the labyrinth. Zegian turned off his fantastical world ability, then faced Beretta, who had just finished laying Ramirez out on a couch. Did we let Sir Dino get away? Looks that way. No need to put it like that, Lady Ramirez. No need to put it like that. Lady Ramirez was merciful enough to allow Sir Dino to leave. Beretta was right. Zegian had noticed that Dino was wearing a resurrection bracelet, but he still let him go. It was a sort of experiment. Would Ramirez's protection work against someone openly hostile to her? And the results were now clear. Dino placed his bet. It paid off, and he was alive. To Zegian, it was the same thing either way. Carrying out this experiment was a pleasant bonus, but his victory condition here was to keep Ramirez safe, and that was now complete. If Lady Ramirez wills it, I have no objection. Beretta nodded. If they had fended off the enemy, there was no need for further bloodshed. If the enemy couldn't realize what a merciful act this was, though, next time would be different. Depending on how Dino reacted, Zegian was prepared to pursue him. He was prepared to kill him if he didn't get the hint and run away. But that no longer seemed necessary. Dino was now convincing his allies to retreat, and 2 of them had accepted the invitation and left the area. So, what about this Zerario? Sir Adelman is dealing with him. His presence has disappeared, so presumably he gave up and left. Adelman and his cohorts were awake and back in action, and that was apparently enough to dissuade the remaining enemies. Excellent news. Yes, and we would have easily lost if Lady Ramirez wasn't here. Indeed. If we didn't, we likely would have lost many, and that's as good as defeat to us. Exactly. Zegian and Beretta exchanged nods, agreeing to consider ways to beef up their security measures later. With this, the continued safety of the labyrinth was assured. Checking one more time to ensure Ramirez was safe, Zegian returned to his usual domain.
Chapter dos.
Chapter 2. The interviews. So yeah, I was in a real dilly of a pickle for a second there. I had just finished hearing the report from Ramirez's team. Sounded like things got way hairier than I expected. Is Chloe alright then? No problems there, Shuna said. The moment she reverted to her child form, she regained consciousness. We placed her in the medical center for observation just in case. That was a relief. I had been told first thing that we had no casualties, but I couldn't really breathe easy until I saw things for myself. She was probably sleeping, so I decided I'd stop in and visit her the next day. Still, what an enemy we had to deal with. That diversion posing as an invasion, luring us into lightning the guard around Ramirez, and Dino picked that moment to turn traitor. He was more powerful than Beretta, and not even Beretta and Apito together could stop him. Apparently, he was this close to scoring Ramirez, but Zejian popping in just in time had saved the day. One false move and it would have been a monumental disaster. The thought of what would have happened if Zejian hadn't woken up then made me shudder. I couldn't thank him enough for being on time. I have to say, though, it was a surprise to see that Velgren came back. I'd been told she was working with Masayuki and the Empire's top command to discuss their future direction. I'd need to meet and talk with her later, and no doubt she'd want to collect her thoughts before then as well. But if Velgren stepped up to protect Masayuki, I guess that pretty much proved it now, huh? It made sense to me, but it also just added to a pile of questions I had. But we could tackle that stuff later. For now, I was going down my list of people due to brief me. Well, Ramirez, I'm glad you're okay at least. Oh, you don't need to tell me twice. And it's not like Dino tried anything funny with me at all, but if I got trundled out of the labyrinth, I would have been in a heap of trouble, right? I mean, if I really tried at it, I could kick that brat's butt 6 ways from Sunday, but still, good to see this ordeal didn't shake her at all. She was clearly angry about it, but now that she was safe, she was back to issuing idle threats like usual. In fact, she had still been peacefully sleeping when I got back, mumbling along the lines of, damn you, Dino, I'm gonna execute all 48 of my shirk kill moves on you, and so on. She always aggrandized her strength in her dreams, and that was apparently just as true when the target of her ire was safely far away from her. Yes, Dino should be grateful that Lady Ramirez didn't break out her 48 death strikes. Trainee, looking after her, wasted no time propping up her ego. Right? I know! Ramirez eagerly nodded back. This was exactly why she got carried away all the time, you see. I asked Trainee in my mind to cut it out a little. My sincerest apologies, Sir Rimuru. I was negligent in my directorial duties. I never imagined Dino would turn against us. Vester, meanwhile, was hanging his head low. He had shown up here ahead of everyone else in order to say sorry to me. In fact, he always had a strong sense of duty that way, and this event had shaken him pretty hard. So I smiled back, trying to soothe him. Nah. Quit worrying about it so much. We all had our doubts about Dino from the start, so Ramirez, Trainee, even Beretta, they all eagerly agreed with this. He's a demon lord, I didn't trust him from the start. Nah, and I did not accept him Oh, God.
Expect.
Sorry, I was sinus issues, so...
Fair enough.
No, I didn't
Allergies.
expect him to try anything this bold, but I always made sure he was kept on careful watch in case he tried something. And he was more dedicated to his work than any of us expected. That surprised me more than anything. They were trashing him pretty badly. I kind of wanted them to trust him a little more, but that was all shot now. Dino only came here because Guy told him to. Besides... Dino only came here because Guy told him to. Besides, and he didn't even try hiding the fact that he was a spy. No wonder we always had our eyes on him. But the way I saw it, there's no need to dwell on it, Vester. I don't think Dino did all of that out of malice against us. That was my honest take. I didn't expect him to pull something like this the whole time, yes, but... in some ways, it felt like he'd all but asked us to keep a constant watch on his behavior. Maybe he thought it'd come to this eventually. I couldn't help but suspect that. Yeah, well, he could have picked a less awkward way of dealing with us, said Ramirez. I would have been happy to talk with him about it, right? if we were all getting along that well, don't you want to give him another chance? Dino might have had his own obligations to deal with too, I offered.
Bless you. And again.
Salute.
Third time's charm, bless you.
Alrighty.
Allergies.
Yeah. Now
Fun
of all
times.
times, you know? Alright. My conjecture seemed to convince Vester. Indeed. Well, if you want to continue trusting Dino, I will as well. I've made mistakes in my career, but thanks to you and King Gazel, I've returned to the right path. Seriously? Fuck.
Bless you.
That's what you get for not mentioning the weed princess.
God damn it.
Come on.
We did. You just weren't there for it.
I was.
No.
That's what Moon was doing in the bathroom. I see.
Except I'm allergic.
It's okay. You get
No,
diet.
you're
weed,
not. It's
fine.
on your shirt.
What?
No, don't worry about it.
You just tried to
just
disguise
salad.
it as palm trees.
It's just a bag of salad he puts in like a paper towel tube. He's like, oh, it's good
So I
stuff.
could dream.
Anyway.
Mhm.
Alright, nothing is more reassuring than having an ally on your side. Vester relaxed his expression a bit. He seemed to be over whatever was bothering him, and I was glad for that. Besides, I really did want to believe in Dino, and I had another good reason for that. Although I planned to keep it secret until I had more confirmation, there was a distinct possibility Dino possessed an angel-type ultimate skill. The report said he'd evolved an ultimate skill from a unique one during battle, which sounded a little too convenient to me. But if it was true, it meant he could conjure skills out of nowhere like that. I firmly agree. Evolution mid-battle like that is normally unheard of.
Funny him saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Out of all the people, you should shut up. Seal, my heartfelt friend and partner, was on my side here. I relied on it more than anyone else. I'd given a name to Raphael in the heat of the moment while I was fending off Velgrind, and that result was Seal. This new Monas core of intelligence, this was far more than just some simple thinking machine. Much like Cronoa, it performed its calculations independently from its master, kind of like I had a second mind operating in my body. It was clearly sentient, and now it was far more humanoid in its reactions. That, I suppose, was why I felt so assured after Seal backed me up just now. It had made plenty of mistakes as well, but no reason to bring that up now. Besides, if it had remained in its unevolved Raphael form, I would have been in serious trouble, right? And looking back, it hadn't been operating too well when I was faced off against Ludora, or Michael, I guess? Apparently because of Ultimate Domination's effects.
Dominion.
Ultimate Dominion's effects. The habit of falling silent whenever the conversation wasn't going its way was as strong as ever. Basically, what I'm saying is that I likely would have lost if it hadn't become Seal for me. Looking back now, it made me shudder how close to the brink I had been for a moment. This strikes me as pointless theorizing at this juncture. Wow, it's more of a sore loser than I am. Force the conversation into a conclusion and leave it at that. A large page from my book. I know we both march at the beat of our own drums, but still. Anyway, it steered clear of... It seemed clear to me that Dino was hiding some kind of special power I'd like to know about. It is likely he was trying to disguise it. However, given his unnatural behavior, I'm certain he possesses certain other abilities as well. What time is it? Okay. I got a couple minutes left. I can probably get through some more. If Seal says so, it's likely true. Dino was probably being controlled by ultimate dominion, what with having an angelic type ultimate skill and all. He and I weren't connected by a soul corridor, so I couldn't just go and remove it from him that very moment, but I might be able to do it if we ever faced off against each other. That being said, there was still a chance Dino had betrayed us out of his own free will, so I couldn't be too optimistic. Either way, though, I wasn't going to write him off as a hated enemy just yet. It would have been nice if the topic ended at this point, but Fester wasn't the only person down in the dumps. I sincerely apologize, Sir Rimuru, for exposing Lady Ramirez to danger. It was now Beretta taking a knee and bowing his head before me. Whoa there, Beretta, Ramirez yelled. You did a really good job for me. I think Ramirez is right. Beretta did an excellent job against Dino, an opponent who far outclassed him. No mistakes were made. At all, in fact. I wanted to thank him for buying us so much time. I was concerned that Beretta would blame himself for any setback he'd faced in battle, and it looked like I was right. He and Vester are good reminders that there's such a thing as being too dedicated. No, you successfully stalled for time like you were trained to do. You did a good job for me. Lady Ramirez granted me the post of Dungeon Master, the keystone to all our defenses. You, as well, directed me to keep Lady Ramirez guarded, and now look what has happened. Beretta was still arguing vehemently against himself. I'm sure he was frustrated about this, but Beretta had done all the right things down there. He sized up Dino, decided whether he could beat him, and then carried out his assigned role. If he had made the wrong call and tried charging into a fight he could never win, Ramirez would be well away from Tempest by now. I wouldn't want to imagine the resulting carnage. So, look, Beretta, you need to be more proud of yourself. I think my praise was getting through to him. He seemed calmer, finally, and why not? The enemy's strategy had Why am I going all over the place here?
Filed for taxes?
Had filed for taxes.
Yeah, miserably.
Yeah, tax season just,
it still applies there.
Yeah, and why not?
This book released around that time, right?
Yeah. And why not? The enemy's strategy had failed miserably in the end. And that meant Beretta and his cohorts had put up a brilliant performance. Exit stage left, even. If you say so. Beretta was calmer, but apparently still unconvinced. Still worked up about it? All right, let's talk about this more later, okay? Come visit me in my chamber. Yes, my lord, thank you. If Ramirez was safe, then all was well, but Beretta refused to accept that. He got preoccupied with things way too much. Regardless, we'd have time to dig deeper into this later, so I moved on for the time being. Yeah, sorry, my allergies are just getting the better of me at this point. Like, I'm reading at a good clip, but
yeah, especially right now. It's like,
it's just the phlegm's building
pollen.
up. And
oh no, it's getting in the one eye. One of my eyes is watering up, and it's getting to the point. Not the phlegm, just my eye is watering up, and it's becoming a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
I meant like going to throat with the phlegm, but yeah.
Yeah. Ramirez and Vester were done with their briefings, and I turned toward Geld and Adelman. Great job protecting the city, Geld. You have my sincere thanks. I hardly deserve the praise, sir. I love this city, and I'm not about to let all our hard work be torn to pieces that easily. All my companions feel the same way, and I promise we'll improve ourselves so you never have to be worried about us. I'm glad to hear that, but don't push too hard, okay? Even now, I felt like Geld was overworking himself. If he ever went further overboard with it, he'd make everyone look like they were slacking off by comparison. It must put all his underlings on edge. I imagine their boss deserves some rest when he needs it. After I reinforced this with Geld, he moved on with his report. It seemed our enemy was closely involved with Dino. Geld had dealt with 2 of them, both women named Pico and Garasha. As Ramirez also confirmed with me, they were part of the 7 primordial angels serving the dragon Veldanava directly. Before then, they were Seraphim, the loftiest and most powerful echelon of angels, tasked with preserving stability in the world. Dino once belonged to this group as well, apparently, but we were running on the assumption that the foes who appeared on floors 50 and 70 were different force from the primordials. I'm pretty sure the primordial angels govern over this other world, monitoring this powerful, unstoppable monster they banished there, you know? But the way Dino was talking, there are 3 of them left here as well. Those 3, I imagine, were Pico, Garasha, and Dino, former Seraphim who became fallen and now live on the surface world. They kept watch over things, but we didn't even know if they were ordered to or just did it because they wanted to. All we could do was use the pieces of information we had to guess at their motivations. They were fairly powerful. If I hadn't evolved, I doubt I could have fended them off. If that's how Geld put it, they must have been pretty damn fierce. Pico was handled by Kumara, but that battle got pretty heated too, they said. But given how the enemy was also meddling with the labyrinth at the same time as this fight, we could assume they weren't putting their full force into the battle. Sounds like trouble. Yes. I'd prefer not to antagonize them, but it's too late for that. Alexa, shut up. Anyhow.
I'll take your vitamins.
I already did.
Thank you, Alexa.
Let's bet on the assumption that Dino's being controlled and work out our strategy from there. Now for the other force we'd run into. So how about Zorario, then? I listened to Adelman explain. He was a fearsome foe indeed. Sir Charis and Lady Trainee were handling him until I showed up, but they said they were all but helpless against him. This dude was even scarier, it turned out. I looked into the Labyrinth's archives to check out the battle, but he was clearly a different type of monster from the Fallen. He called himself part of the 3 Mystic Leaders, too, a servant of the Mystic Lord, and that meant Feldway, the haughty Mystic Lord, was once the leader of the 7 primordial angels. The 3 primordials who joined him in the other world were now working with him as the 3 mystic leaders, I suppose. While they were gone, though, Veldanava disappeared on them, and they had no way to return here. Then, somewhere along the line, they transformed from angel to mystic. Now it made sense. They must be lending a hand to this effort for reasons apart from Dino and his friends. Maybe a friendly favor or whatever. This was my wishful thinking, at least. I agree with you. Well, that was reassuring. If Ciel thought so, too, it had to be the case. Either way, the 3 mystic leaders and their crew were definitely enemies to us. I want all of you to keep that in mind and stay alert. With that warning, I related everything I knew to my audience, mostly regarding Michael and the Mystic Lord Feldway. The exact nature of Michael's abilities was a key issue for us, so I revealed it all without hiding anything. Wait, so you think Dino is... That's why you said you could trust in him, Rimuru. That's why you said we should trust in him, Rimuru? So Ramirez finally noticed I wasn't going to bring that... Ramirez finally noticed I wasn't going to bring that up until I was sure about it, but this worked. Hopefully it's not premature to say that, but there is a possibility he's being manipulated, yes. If that turns out to be the case, Ramirez, let's forgive him, okay? Sure, all right. I hope you're correct. Ramirez gave me a cheerful smile. She seemed in brighter spirits than before, so I suppose taking this approach was the best thing for us. Now, I just have to hope I was right about Dino. All right, Dino, there we go. Dino! All right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Mm.
And there we go, guys. That's where we're going to end it for today. Now firmly established into chapter 2. Just a couple pages in, but we made it. We made some headway into chapter 2. I didn't want to go a full 30 minutes. I didn't want to go a full 30 minutes into chapter 2 right now.
Wait, we're almost halfway through.
Yeah, we're 42%.
Yeah,
so.
I will, guys. I will leave this decision up to you. We will not be playing Raft next week.
Okay.
That part I'm gonna go ahead and make the call on, because I want to let everybody actually, if we're gonna game, I want to make it where all of us can play a game together. So either we continue on reading and we get further through the book and we just go ahead and read, or we do golfing with friends.
That's interesting. I haven't played that game, but I heard it's fun.
I
I
haven't
don't
ever
have that
played with
game.
anyone, so I would enjoy.
I have
that.
Golf Fit.
You missed Friday, Moon.
Golf Fit.
Well, all right. Here's the thing. Golfing with
busy.
friends.
mind.
Golfing with friends is really cheap.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't have Golf It, but it's basically the same thing. Golf It and golfing with friends are
It really
kind
is.
of the same thing. You can look it up on Steam. I don't think it's that
It's like
expensive.
$5 right now.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like $5. So it's not horribly expensive. But
The deal
golf
literally
with your
ends the
friends.
day we would play it.
Yeah, golf with your friends. It is on a Steam deal right now. So if you want to get it, $5, like $5.99.
That's not bad. Probably would be fine paying full price for it if it supports them. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
That sounds
don't.
like fun.
Do putt party
I'm fine
on
with either.
Discord.
Hmm?
We could just do putt party on Discord. I'm actually really
Putt
good at
party.
that.
I don't know what that
Is that like a built-in Discord game?
It's just built-in Discord golf
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can
with
we
like Mario.
can we stream it?
Probably.
Okay.
I would assume so.
I don't.
Yeah, let's make it-
how many
boot it
people
up, like,
can
right
play
now.
it?
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh.
Gotcha. Well, it depends on the lag. The lag was the real issue.
That is
was-
true. It does
Streaming, like,
lag
it slowed down a
occasionally.
bit, so.
Yeah,
There are some
that's why I
times
was
where
doing. That's why I was
Occasionally,
doing the
I'm
whole
looking at a
golf
black
with
screen,
friends.
man.
Yeah, that's why I was doing the golf with friends thing,
Yeah,
because
see,
like I don't
I know,
have to
let's
worry
do
about
another
the
one.
lag and stuff with
Mm.
golf with friends. You know.
Because you've already tested the stream and it was fine.
Oh, dude, because I can do it on Fan Friday and it works just fine.
Okay.
It was either golf with friends or Minecraft, because we have our own Minecraft server.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
And-
imagine golf, but you have like Mario Kart ask like power ups you can pick up to
That sounds
boost
funny.
yourself or mess with friends, kind of,
Yeah. Like add wind to your friend's shots or something.
or just spawn a tornado.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good.
make them stick, and you could
That
be
sounds
like,
like
"Oh
fun.
hell no, I gotta redo
Okay.
a move." Literally,
Well,
I
steal
know,
someone
Shadow.
else's
Aren't
item.
the others just super handsome?
Excuse me.
Anyway, guys, thank you
Okay.
so much. I just realized I probably shouldn't have done this. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
What do you? Oh, you're
clicked-
in it.
Tiny.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have
You're
been.
in the game.
I was just playing around with stuff, and I shouldn't have been.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Golf game.
How do I leave the day? Leave activity. There we go. Good. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. So, guys, thank you so much. We'll start next week with we'll start next week probably with golfing with friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do both then?
Cool.
Well, no, we'll
Start-
just do
start
golfing. We'll just do golf with friends. Golf with your
Gotcha.
friends.
Cool. I'll make sure I
yeah,
have
Why not
'cause-
golf
Yeah.
while somebody reads?
that. That'd be funny.
No.
I mean, we could, yeah, like do golf it putt party while.
No,
I would not be
no.
focused.
Guys, I just realized how much
Yeah, no, we
lag I'm
lose the
getting.
story so fast.
Sonic, we're getting a lot of lag from.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm getting lag from people's cameras on my end because of. Putt
Oh,
Party.
really?
Yeah,
That makes
So,
sense
yeah.
because it probably
that's why I'm like golf with your friends is probably better.
Probably.
Yeah,
because
it is
it's
a
not on
Discord
Discord's
thing, too.
burden. Yeah.
A Discord.
If we were
thing
just hanging
probably
out,
It's
just
too
by
much of
ourselves and
Discord.
playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be okay, but
yeah, golf with your friends should do. I think it's
Maybe like a Fan Friday thing, if anything.
yeah. Guys, that's it. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. We really do appreciate it. We will see you next week. We're gonna do the golf with your friends thing. It's a little bit easier and less taxing on everybody's internet.
On the streaming and all that, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Makes sense.
cool.
And
beans.
it's a
And
lot
remember-
easier. Yeah.
If you want to support us and read the light novel, click either of those links and leave a review saying we sent you.
Yeah, please leave a review. Really does help us out and has a higher chance of us possibly getting a sponsorship. Let them know that Fat Dog sent you. Fat Dog Studio with a PHAT.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is it for all of us. Don't forget, Slime 9 drops tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Go check it out. Yeah, super excited about that. Man. I know my sinuses don't make it look that way, but yeah, I'm very, very excited. Looking forward to it. See you all there, and yeah, enjoy.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.